Oh, right. Artoria was beating us up.
True story. Tiger Mom decided that it was time to Tiger Mom because Shiro refuses to not be a dumbass and try to fight servants.
Okay, let's see. Cat pictures from bio first. Of the cats on a new cat tower.
Yeah, well, you might want to get your keys.
I mean, your tiny tiger couldn't have done much damage to them, but...
I don't know about that.
So, bio, that lovely new cat tower you guys have is smaller, technically, I think, than the cat tower I have... Oh, sorry, one of the 3 cat towers I have for my 1 cat. I treat my cat like a spoiled princess. Alright, so the description for this week's Artorias, plural, maybe? No. Possibly? Not sure. Artoria, but she's a country bumpkin who can use magics and was already spoiled by Inu weeks ago because he's a jackass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's easy. That's one of the best supports in the entire game. Although, well, I suppose you probably have all the Ascensions, so it doesn't really matter.
I have 2 images. I have Country Bumpkin, and then I have that one.
Yeah, that's first and second Ascension. First is what I keep her in. Second is that
I like second.
And
Second's
then
a really cute
third,
outfit.
she gets boobier.
There doesn't seem to be much in terms of consistency to what her weapon looks like between the images.
Well, the staff is the same between that one and that one.
Okay, but then it turns into a giant fuck you greatsword.
Yes. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, staff, dope.
I actually really like the second outfit. The second outfit's super cute.
Yeah, I also quite like the second outfit, but the reason I keep her in the first is I like the boots in the first outfit much more than her weird little, like, ankle boots.
The ankle boots are great, but I do like a good knee-high boot. But it's the outfit with the little cloak. I love it.
It is. It's very good, yes.
It's very cute. It's very much the sort of aesthetic I put a lot of, like, my spellcasters in TTRPGs. So, also the fact that she's more or less wearing a beret is excellent. Just no notes on that second form.
As a reminder, Shiro's being adamant about not letting Artoria handle things on her own because last time she was a fucking moron who was left on her own and had her ass handed to her by just a guy.
Okay.
Literally just a guy.
So Mar has basically been being my filter for stuff from the anime. So I can see fight scenes without getting spoiled. And that one was cool.
Yeah, Saber Assassin is fucking fantastic. Although, was that... You won't know. Mara, was that Deanstay Night or was that UBW? Because it's one of those two.
I don't know.
Probably
like I said,
not Heavensfield.
Mar just
Deanstay. Okay, Deanstay Night. Gotcha.
Anime scenes so that I can see things in motion instead of just reading them happening without having to worry about accidentally the spoilers. So thank you, Mar, for having a stream job. I think on our streams, you're the first person other than Bio to have a stream job. Well, technically I have one. It's showing up to Inu's Thursday streams and causing everything to break. But...
Oh, right, we've just hit daily reset. Thanks, Grand Order.
Okay.
No, baby, I didn't break your arm.
そうか。よし。なら、もう少し続けるか。
まだ続けるのですか、シロ。確かに内身ではありますが、すぐに動いていいものではありません。
Really hard to overstate just how absurdly stupid Artoria was last time for no reason, all because Shiro, for once in his life, had used actual logic and common sense to make a good point. Yeah, but she just wanted to go fight literally a guy.
Yeah, but literally a guy that could hold his own against her. I mean, her being weak as fuck because Shiro's a tiny little man baby who has no idea how to magic, but still.
A tremendously nerfed version of her, but yes.
いいぜ。セイバーが乗り気じゃないんなら、そう好き。
Got her! Nope. Obviously.
人の話を聞いてください。明らかにシロは疲労しています。そんな体ではせっかくの修練も無駄になるのですから、休憩を入れるべきです。
いや、でもな、こう明らかに手加減されてるのに打たれっぱなしっていうのは情けない。せめて人たち、セイバーの眉ぐらいは動かさなきゃ。悔しくて倒れられん。
Is that what we're calling it? You sure you're talking physical frustration there, Shiro?
I mean,
驚くという
Day
ので
Night
すが、
was an H game
もう十
originally.
分驚いています。強情だとは思っていましたが、まさかこれほどとは思っていなかった。
悪かったな。根本的に負けず嫌いなんだ、俺。
As far as pure swordsmanship is concerned, which is what that battle was being fought with, she still would
そ
have
れは
gotten
嫌とい
washed
うほど
even
思
if
い知り
Shiro
ましたの
wasn't
で
a
結
scrub.
構です。
Yeah, true
ともか
story.
く休憩にしますから、シロも竹刀を置いてください。床も汗で滑りやすくなっている。極限状態での模擬戦でもなし、疲労困憊して足場も不確かなどという状態では意味がありません。
なんでさ、普通戦闘訓練ってのは最悪の状態を想定してやるもんだろ。なら
それこそ無意味です。いいですか、シロ。あなたがサーバントと戦うというのでしたら、体力は万全、足場は完全、逃走経路は確保済みという状況以外での戦闘は無意味です。あなたは全てが充実した状態でなければサーバントと戦いにさえならない。最悪の状態で戦うという時点であなたは選択を間違えているのです。
Well, being a squishy little human fighting a serpent is already the worst possible state. So,
つまりこういう状態では間違っても戦うなってことか。
Yes, that's exactly what she's saying. That's exactly what she's been saying since she showed up in your shed.
there's quite literally a single person who can actually fight Kojiro on his own level at a straight 1v1 sword fight. It doesn't take a genius to figure out who that would be. It's Iori, obviously.
And I'm okay. I don't know for sure how Inu's doing. I don't know about you, but I slept really well yesterday after building that stupid thing for our parents.
I mean, I got to bed late. Because, like, we got done with that, and then there was a new episode of Ranma that I had to catch, so that was like half an hour. And then we got through the Snowmen, and it was about midnight by the time we finished that.
Jesus.
Then I got back here and was playing Metaphor for like another hour and a half. So...
At the risk of derailing things, the fuck is Metaphor?
Oh, Metaphor Refantasio.
Previous question. The fuck is that?
Game.
But yeah, I got home at, like, even for me, I think I didn't get home till like 10:15, 10:30. And then I had to clean up some more messes created by my dog. And
Does Hiyori cause all of reality being collapsing in on itself into a singularity because existence itself cannot handle him and Kojiro going all out in a duel? Well, I mean, considering that Iori, you know, straight up beat Musashi in a 1v1 when Musashi was a servant and he was a squishy human, I'm gonna go with yes, probably.
Alright.
そういうことです。そうなってはどのような奇跡もシロを救いはしないでしょう。あなたの戦いはまず自身を万全にし、的確な状況を模索することから始まるのです。
納得。それじゃ申し訳ないけど休ませてくれ。
Is his approach here that he's gonna hope she lets her guard down because he says he's taking a break and then try and hit her with a sword from the back? Because that's what I would do if I were in his shoes.
I slump against the wall and slowly slide down to the floor.
Ooh, you're being a bitch.
I exhale. Air should be what I feel coming from my lungs, but instead, there's only heat. While my body is throbbing with pain, I glance towards the clock on the wall. It's a little past 11 o'clock. We started around 9, so we've been sparring for about 2 hours. During the first hour, I was getting beaten up. Saber struck suddenly, then I blacked out. I woke up, thinking I'd be more careful, and then got knocked right back out. After getting beaten up repeatedly, my body seemed to get used to it, or maybe my anger just triggered some latent power, but eventually I did manage to block the first blow. There's no miracle that would save you if you ever found yourself in a fight against a servant, Shiro. I don't know, Artoria, what else would you exactly call him not dying from being cut in half? You know, that. The problem came after that. Here's a thought. Would humans dare to, or even be able, to fight back against an opponent who's so much stronger and more skilled? The answer was no, because I blacked out the instant I flinched. After that, it was just a repeated show of a cat cornering a rat. If, no matter how I tried to block the attack, I was going to fall, mortally wounded, then I had no choice but to attack in desperation. Of course, she deflected my attacks easily and knocked me out, but as I got used to it, I started getting enough time and awareness to intuit that the next attack would kill me. So I had just enough time to think to myself, "Ah, shit!"
You've been good at that since the beginning, Shiro. That's not new. You are surprisingly lucid as you die. Just saying.
Yeah, unlike Shiki doesn't tell us crap. I guess in a general sense, I was getting into the swing of things. So after that, I went on the defensive. My intuition kept screaming that the next attack would knock me out, so I tried to avoid it, like any living thing would. I managed to parry Saber's Shinai attacks as they rained down upon me, and while I waited for an opening to counterattack, she struck a fatal blow. Would humans ever dare to do something incredibly stupid when faced with an insurmountable odds? Pretty sure that's just the entire human condition, Shiro. You're a prime example of that. I managed to stand up and think that next time I'd last longer, then think maybe I should just go on the offensive before she can strike since I couldn't hold out anyway. And that went on for 2 hours. I'm not sure this is going to make me stronger. But I do think it's helping me get used to fighting. Practice so I'm neither confused nor too calm in the face of an enemy. All I'm doing is teaching myself that I'm a single mistake away from death. Oh, that's death. But if you asked me if I thought this was meaningless, I'd say no. With no effective weapon to use, the feeling of constantly being on edge is the most important thing I have.
お疲れ様でした。どこか痛むところはありますか？
Everywhere, yes. The next thing I know, Saber's right next to me. I grab the Shinai and bonk her on the head. I'm so exhausted. I'm dripping sweat all over the floor. And Saber isn't even breathing hard.
痛まないところのが珍しいぐらいだ。ほんと容赦なくやってくれたな、セイバー。こうまで一方的だと逆に清々しい。
I have to admit, I'm saying that entirely because I'm a sore loser.
はい。四郎に合わせて加減はしましたが、容赦はしないよう心がけました。手心を加えては戦いにはなりませんから。
I tried to bring myself down to your level, but it turns out, even when I'm trying to be a scrub, I still can't help but be better than you.
そうだな。おかげで今なら首輪が外れたドーベルマンが走ってきても冷静に対処できる。ってドーベルマンぐらいじゃまだまだか。俺も全然修行が足りなかった。
I'm in a moment of honest reflection. I've always thought I trained myself more than the average person, but now I'm ashamed for throwing in the towel after just 2 hours of sparring with Saber.
いいえ、そのようなことはありません。四郎の打ち込みは一心で力がありました。と。
I'm suddenly embarrassed again. She said my attacks were powerful. For a while, we'd just been two people sparring with our Shinai with no thought given to being a man and a woman, but now... now she's caught me off guard. Because she has boobs.
And we're back to this again.
Yay!
You were doing so well for a minute there, Shiro.
いや、ちょっと待った。水飲んでくれ、俺。
I need to go
水ですか？
drink some
そ
water
れでしたら
alone
私が汲んできますから、四郎は
in the
休んでいてください。
bathroom. Saber goes to get some water. Huh. Close. What was so close? I drink the water Saber brings me. It must still be break time, says Saber sitting formally in a kneeling position. Saber is so beautiful when she does that kind of thing. Sit there. You know? I'm not saying that as a man finding a woman attractive, but because I find her beautiful as a human being. Which she isn't. She's a servant. It's still so strange to think that she is Saber, a servant, and someone dedicated to fighting. Right now, there's only me and Saber. This might be a good opportunity for me to strike up a conversation. So, I'll ask. Choice boy! Time to make a save. Which we can just save over that most recent save, because that wasn't a choice boy. Hey. Alright. What do we want to know? Do we want to know? A. The reason to fight and why she wants the Grail. More about her before she was a servant. Or if we have some sort of super awesome special technique that we can do. Before she became a servant. I wonder what Saber was like when she was alive. Saber is so beautiful, I'm sure everyone must have liked her.
Yes, because that's the only way women can be liked. Fuck you, Shiro.
I mean, in the past, that's kind of true, though.
okay, but if we were using Arthurian era standards of beauty, she'd have been hideous.
Well, he doesn't know that we're using those standards of beauty is the thing.
That's fair, but also with how much the standards of beauty change over time, you have no way of knowing she'd have been beautiful in her own era by conventional standards, Shiro.
Yeah, maybe you wanted to look like a man to be beautiful. Like, you know, ancient Greece or Rome or something, you know, where everybody was homosexual.
And where genuinely it was the women with the squarer, more like chisel, like masculine chiseled aesthetic that early 2000s beauty standards. Yes, I know what time period this game was like written to take place in.
Oh boy, isn't that a sticking point for a certain character in this game? Calling her Saber is what's throwing me off, so I bet she was an ordinary girl who never held a sword back in the day.
Wait, Bio, is that really a sticking point for someone?
Yes.
For one of the servants? It either has to be Medusa or Castor, because I can't particularly see Saber giving a flying fuck.
Yeah, we'll get to that forever from now. Don't worry about it.
But
by the time we get there, you won't remember this conversation ever happened.
以前はどんなやつだったんだろう。
I'm so curious, I just blurt out what's on my mind without thinking, or even realizing I'm doing it.
はい。何か言いましたか、シロ。
あ、いや、セイバーはどんなやつだったのか想像してただけだ。別にセイバーの使命を知りたいんじゃなくて、どういう生活を送ってたのかなって。
By the way, you finally got a Saber point.
I thought that might be a Saber point. That's why I picked it. Truthfully, I wanted him to ask the stupid bullshit about a super special awesome move. But I was like, Inu keeps telling me I need Saber points. This feels like it probably earns one of those.
Don't worry, you can still ask about a super move later. We get an extra opportunity. Basically, we get 2 of the 3.
Perfect.
Although, funnily enough, that was one of the 3 of the 3 options. 2 of them give Saber points, and that was the one that gave less Saber points.
So I do still earn more Saber points, but later by pestering about super cool sword moves?
No, that one doesn't give you Saber points.
Boo! By comparison to another choice in the same branch that probably does, I assume.
Yeah, well, you've already seen it.
Okay.
The whole, hey, why do you want the Grail question? Yeah, that was the one that gave you more points.
Well, I don't care why she wants the Grail.
Yeah, but she cares that you care why she wants the Grail.
You realize you don't need Saber points.
You definitely do, Mar, because otherwise you get a forced bad ending, which we're gonna want anyways, but... Hey, Saber, do you know any super secret awesome special techniques I could use to instantly win any fight? Well, do you know how to shoot lasers? No? Then shut the hell up, scrub.
はあ。私がどういう人間だったか。
Yes, what kind of person you was?
おかしなことに関心を持つのですね、シロは。
迷惑だったら聞き流してくれ。単に思いついただけなんだ。セイバーはセイ
Oh
バ
yeah,
ーの
Inu
サーバ
plans
ント
on making me see all the
サー
bad
バントになる
endings.
前はもっと
But
違
she's
った人
also
間だ
just
ったん
been
じゃな
letting
い
me
か
know
って。
that to stay on track for the good ending, there are certain things I need to make sure I do.
Alternatively, I just have to do a bunch of work off
Alternatively, he
stream.
has to do a bunch of it
But
off screen.
even if you have enough Saber points, I have to do a bunch of work off stream to have a separate file where we
Where
don't
we
have
don't.
enough Saber
That's
points. So... Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's right. I imagine she lived a peaceful life as befits a lovely girl like her.
それはありえないと思います。サーバントになったからといって性格が変わるわけではないし、私は生まれた時から
That is bullshit and you know it.
あなたの言うような違った私は存在しなかった。
That's absolute bullshit. Nobody handed you a sword the moment you were born. You didn't even pick up Caliburn until you were like 14.
うわ、じゃあ昔からそんなにきつい性格してたのか、セイバー。そりゃ大変だ。俺、周りの人たちに同情するかも。
I really don't understand why people expect me to be sympathetic. That's just a dick move. I'm sorry for the people that were around you. Like, how does anyone expect me to like him?
それはどういう意味でしょうか。私は厳しくはありますが、周りに強要した覚えなどありません。
It's a good thing Artoria has a literal lifetime of experience with lying to fall back on. Yeah, true story.
嘘つけ。今日の特訓ぶりでな、セイバーが情け容赦ないやつだって思い知った。見ろ、このミミズバレ。人がちょっと間違えただけで危機として打ち込んでくるんだから、この鬼教官。
私は喜んでなどいません。
I did it joyfully.
Aw, she's blushing.
シロには申し訳ありませんが、厳しくしなければ鍛錬にならないでしょう。
This is strange. I somehow never expected Saber to make a face like that.
何ですかその目は。いきなり黙り込むのは卑怯だと思います。
ああ、いや、セイバーがそういう風に怒るのが意外でびっくりした。
そうですか。私としては思ったことを主張しただけなのですが。
まあ、セイバーあんまり自分の感情で話さないじゃないか。だから今のは新鮮だった。
そうでしょうか。私は自分の信念に基づいて行動しているつもりですが。
だからそれはセイバーの気持ちじゃなくて考えだろ。そうじゃなくて素直に思ったままのことをあんまり話さないじゃないか、セイバーは。
それは当然です。私に求められるものは個人としての意見ではなく立場としての意見ですから。それは今も昔も変わらない。私はセイバーのサーバントとしてシロを守る。そのため以外のことを口にするべきではないし、考える必要もないでしょう。
それはそうだけど、それじゃあセイバーがつまらないだろう。セイバーには役割があるんだろうけど、それにかかりきることはないんじゃないか。セイバーにだって自分のやりたいことがあるんだから。
Yes, like fight people. But somebody keeps telling me no.
ですから私のやるべきことはシロを守ることです。ただでさえマスターとして未熟だというのに、私の言うことも聞かず戦おうとするあなたをこうして鍛えているのではありませんか。
And you have no fucking clue how to do it with magic like most masters do.
You know, the weird thing about Grail Wars Saber is pretty much everyone is inexperienced as a master because when things are functioning properly, they only happen like every 50 odd years, so you know, most people that participate tend to die. So you don't really have repeat customers who have previous experience as a master.
I mean,
So basically everybody's inexperienced as a master.
fair.
He's
but
inexperienced as a mage.
I was about to say, I think what she's trying to hint at here is that he's inexperienced as a mage, and that's screwing up with her ability as a servant to do the servant things.
いや、そういうことじゃないんだけど、まあセイバーがそう言うならいいか。
feel like this conversation has softened Saber up a bit. She even looks more cheerful now. So as not to ruin the moment, I decided to not press the matter.
Translation, I learned nothing.
But it was a very helpful nothing that he learned. Anyway,
But then,
now that we've talked a bit, my body's cooled down, so we should get back to training.
セイバー、始めよう。休憩はもういいよ。
そうなのですか？見たところ体の熱は下がったようですが、痛みの方はまだ収まっていないでしょう。
構わないよ、そんなの。ただの内身なんだから、多少の痛みは我慢する。
Also, masters who are actually competent mages also tend to be the first ones to get fucked over the hardest in these things, since their thinking is so rigid compared to the scrub lords. Yeah.
that's fair.
しかし、それで悪化しては鍛錬の意味がない。もうしばらくは様子を見るべきだと思いますが。
いいからいいから。遠坂が帰ってくるまでにやっときたいんだ。あいつにはこんな姿見せられないだろ。
Hey Saber, can we get back to you can beat me senseless with a stick now?
わかりました。確かにいずれ敵となる凛に四郎の腕前を知られるのはよくありませんね。多少無茶とは思いますが、そういうことでしたらペースを上げていきましょう。
Saber picks up her shinai from the floor. But then, a really out of place sound echoes through the dojo.
セイバー
I think her stomach is growling.
空腹のようです。鍛錬に夢中で気がつきませんでした。
ああ、うん、そういえばもう昼か。
I can't blame her for her stomach growling. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber is, we should have lunch. And if during that time I heal more, that's even better.
いや、ちょうどいいし昼にしよう。ささっと材料買ってくるから。セイバーは今で休んで
Oh,
いてくれ。
time for Shiro to get attacked while he goes to go get groceries.
A lot of mages tend to fall into the camp of everyone thinks they have the perfect plan until they get punched in the face when it comes to these things. So what years of indoctrination do to you?
シロ、外出するなら私も付き添いますが。
Sit.
大丈夫、
Stay.
すぐ近くの商店街だ。真っ昼間から襲いかかってくる奴はいないし、セイバーがいたら逆に目立つよ。
Just put her in a raincoat, Shiro. It'll make everything better.
No!
本当に危険はないのですね。
You ready for your nice Christmas raincoat this year?
I do not want a raincoat, Inu.
Yeah, but what you want, frankly, doesn't factor into it, does it?
Yes, but I also know you, and you got my Christmas present literally months before we started this. I would bet just about anything, so...
Yeah, and I got a raincoat because I knew we were doing this.
No, you did not. You gave me the choice, and you were 98% positive I would say no.
That's fair.
So don't even try and play that card. Although chat seems to be fond of the idea of Willow getting a raincoat for Christmas.
Or a rain oat, apparently.
Are you sure it won't be dangerous? Yes, he is, but he's also wrong, because he's Shiro, and he's wrong constantly.
Alright, out we go! To the shopping district. I grab my wallet and head out. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes to get to the shopping district by bike. The bicycle I take from the garage today is Unit 2. Unit 1 is still parked in front of Ryudo Temple.
Why do you label your bikes?
So he knows which one is which.
But surely you can just look at the bike and know which bike is which, unless you just
Yes,
want
because-
multiple identical
Of course he can,
bikes.
because he labeled them Unit 1 and Unit 2.
Shiro! I've never been so frustrated with the protagonist.
Shiro is actually a huge Evangelion stand, as it turns out. Yeah. It's just like, oh man, I really love those Eva units. I bike down the hill. I haven't gone to the shopping district midday on a weekday since I was a kid. The intersection is packed with housewives returning from midday shopping. They're coming from the neighborhood shopping center Sakura and I frequent. I finished buying a bag of groceries. Enough food to make lunch for 2 and a light snack. I don't buy anything for dinner since Tosaka's in charge of that tonight, but I do buy enough bread for 4 for tomorrow's breakfast. I don't know how to make strawberry jam, so I reach for the cheapest... Well, no, that might get some complaints. So I go for an expensive jar instead.
くそ、ひどい出費だ。なんだってこんな甘ったるいもんのために1000円も払わなくちゃいけないんだ。
Because jam is delicious, you bastard.
Boy, wouldn't it be awkward if you ran into Sakura here just after they kicked her out of the house? Well, it's the middle of the day. She should be in school. So... I load the groceries onto my bike as I grumble. But then! I feel someone tugging at me from behind. I turn around, wondering who it is.
That's who I hoped it was!
It's Ilya! Standing there is a silver-haired little girl.
お前は
Hi, Ilya. I stumble backward, knocking over my bike.
Breaking the jar of expensive jam.
When I brace myself, the girl just looks up at me with a smile. Unvoiced Nani. I can't sense so much as a hint of animosity or murderous intent from her. To top it all off, the little girl says,
よかった。生きてたんだね、お兄ちゃん。
Because I want to kill you myself.
damn right. She looks so happy.
If someone else killed you, how am I supposed to take your head for my creepy living head collection?
She's definitely Berserker's master. Yep, she sure is. She's the master of the monster who almost tore me in half with a single blow.
Yep, she sure is.
Damn right. It's her day off, Shiro. You can't expect her to be on murder time every day of the week. God, no, we're in the middle of the shopping center.
おかしなことを言うんだね。お日様が出ているうちに戦っちゃダメなんだから。
I follow rules.
Also, apparently it's against the rules to fight each other during the day. Night fights only. The little girl pouts. She's certainly acting like the little girl she seems to be. I have no idea what she must be thinking.
Presumably it involves murder.
Or just that you're an idiot who doesn't know how to master. I can at least sense that she doesn't pose any threat, though. Currently.
確か
イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベル。長いからイリアでいいよ。それで、お兄ちゃんはなんて名前？
俺はエミヤシロウだけど。
エミヤシロ？なんか言いにくい名前だね、それ。
俺もそんな発音で言われたのは初めてだ。いいよ。覚えにくかったらシロウでいい。そっちが名前だ。
シロウ？なんだ、思ってたより簡単な名前なんだね。そうか、シロウか。うん、響きは合格ね。単純だけど、孤高な感じがするわ。
Quick, Shiro, try to bribe her with ice cream or something so she'll stop trying to murder you. Children love ice cream way more than they do murder. Iliasville looks at me suggestively. I find myself shifting my weight so I can be ready to run at an instant, purely on instinct. She is Berserker's master. If she gets it in her head, she can probably just order him to crush me along with the florist next to me. The poor florist.
そう身構えなくていいよ、シロ。今日はバーサーカーも置いてきたの。お兄ちゃんだってセイバーを連れてないから。おあいこ。
Well, yeah, except you're a competent mage.
Yeah, except you are actually competent at magecraft and Shiro is Shiro.
Yeah, you're so good at magecraft, Berserker's afraid of you. So...
Also, you know, Shiro's so much of a chauvinist, he probably doesn't believe he's able to hit girls, and therefore you immediately win any fight with him.
Well, also, he's so much of a chauvinist, he doesn't think you're even capable of fighting.
Iliasville looks up at me cheerfully.
いや、おあいこって、お前。
Shiro, do you feel an 11-foot tall rock man standing around here? He's probably just back at home helping the maids set the table for dinner.
ね、お
I
話
will
し
get
よ
to
う。
Stella and Liesrid eventually.
話したいこといっぱいあったんだから。
Stella, rather. The little girl tugs on my arm as if she were taking her father's hand.
待て待て待て待て、いきなり何しやがるお前。新手の策略か、こいつは。
何って。だからお話だよ。普通の子供って仲良くお話しするものなんでしょ？
Right? I don't know how to actually child.
いや、それはそうなんだが、俺とお前は違うだろう。マスター同士だし、一度戦った仲じゃないか。
You know, it's weird because she's so much more cheerful than Lysithea.
それは違うよ。私に敵なんていないもん。他のマスターはただの害虫。けど、いい子にしてたらシロは見逃してあげてもいいよ。
If you're good. Also, Ilya just like, I don't have enemies. Y'all are scrubs. I can take all of you in a fight. Shiro, just go talk to the little girl. The worst you can do is make Artoria disappointed in you by getting murder shanked, so it'll be fine, probably. I jerked my arm to throw Iliasville's hand off. She's about to fall.
Stop being mean to my tiny child!
I told you were gonna like Ilia. She nearly falls flat on her back because of how hard I shook her off. I don't know why I did that.
'Cause you're an asshole! I know exactly why you did it. You're the worst! In this route, apparently.
In this route, yeah. The next thing I know, I'm reaching for Iliasville. Ah, her name is too long! Ilia's waist, and try to catch her before she falls to the ground. I lower Ilia to the ground without saying a thing. I didn't stop her from falling, I just put her down gently. Ilia is silent. I don't know what to say myself, so I just stand there, looking down at her. This is awkward. So awkward, in fact, that I'm about to just turn around and leave. But then!
何？お兄ちゃん、私のこと嫌いなの？
Well, you did have your 11-foot tall rock monster cut me in half the other night, so... No? Question mark? Is that the right answer? She asks with the same glow in her red eyes that she had when she spoke to me the other night when she was with Berserker. You really can't be too upset with the guy for naturally being apprehensive about being touched by the kid in charge of the guy who cut him in half like 2 days ago.
I can absolutely judge him for being mean to her. She's nuts, but she's adorable.
Yeah, but she's also like one of the... she's also, like, you know, one of the actually kind of good people as mages go.
Which is saying something.
I know, but, like, she really is only interested in the other masters that are in this war, not, like, random civilians. And she mostly just has a huge murder on for Shiro. Like, Rin she'll kill because Rin's in the war, but, like, mostly she just wants to kill the crap out of Shiro. Or abduct his head and put it in her head collection.
I was about to say, she doesn't want to kill him. She wants his head for her living head collection. If his past two deaths by Ilya are anything to go by.
I'll just put this out there. Every death in this game that involves Ilya is really fucked up. Like, all of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
A chill runs down my spine. I sensed no danger earlier, but she's just reminded me that she's still Berserker's master. She's also actually wants to follow the rules for the Grail War, which is really saying something when it comes to her family specifically. Yeah. If I cross her, I'm dead.
Accurate statement.
I'd never be able to face Saber if I died in vain here, and everyone in the shopping district would get dragged into this as well.
I mean, it is true that you'd never be able to face Saber again if you died here, but
Factual.
that's because that's just how dying works, sure.
People die when they're killed. Yeah, that's a safe bet. Ilya is willing to use her powers anywhere. She's really not, though, is the thing.
わかった。話をすればいいんだろう。おとなしくするから、それでいいか、イリア。
それじゃあ、あっちの公園に行こう。さっき見てきたんだけどね。ちょうど誰もいなかったんだ。
Oh, is she about to take him to the same park he almost died in?
Come on, Shiro. Ilya could definitely deal with you in ways that none of the normies would notice. Yeah, exactly.
Death Park. Death Park.
Ilya
Death
skips
Park.
off towards the park.
Please tell me it's Death Park.
Look at her. She's so fucking happy.
急がないと置いていっちゃうからね、シロ。
God, I love her.
She's so cheery.
I know. She's the best. Ilya spins around as she runs through the shopping district.
Murder child. Murder child.
I'm more moved than I am confused. Apparently, once you promise Ilya something, she treats it as the absolute truth. And that's why she just skipped off so happily.
You go meet her at that park, Shiro. Don't you dare walk away from the child.
It's also why, even though she left me behind, I don't even consider taking the opportunity to run for it. I'd already promised her I was going to talk with her, and she clearly trusts that.
なんなんだ、あいつ。
She sure is unstable.
You shut your whore mouth.
But then again, I haven't yet gotten to an age where I'm so cynical as to betray a little girl's trust. Pinky swears are an unbreakable oath to this child.
Yeah, listen, guys. As someone who works in an elementary school, there is nothing more effective for me in getting a child to keep their word than making them pinky or double pinky promise me something.
Hey, that's weird.
What?
That's super weird.
What?
In the original, there was a choice point there.
Well, it didn't give me one.
You literally had the choice to, like, just go home or go to the park.
Why would they must have taken it out, because why would anyone be a dick and not go to the park?
Saber points.
Don't care.
I mean, this gives you Ilya points, which do literally nothing on this route. Ilya and I are the only two in the park, a little ways from the shopping district.
Oh, it's not Murder Park.
No, it's literally just a playground. No, it's clearly in the fate. I have the flowchart for the original game open, Mar. It's in the fate route.
Also, Bio says, man, that kid's unstable. But then again, I'm me, so who am I to talk here? Okay.
Kids are in school at this hour. Or maybe the park's not as popular anymore? Our conversation begins in the tense, wintry air of the park.
って話をしようって何話せって言うんだ
What do you want to talk about? Murder?
Who wants to talk about murder?
セイバーのことってどうして？
Why? I'm not concerned about your scrub lord of a servant.
だって俺たちマスターだろ敵のサーバントの情報は知りたいと思うだろ
Why? Mine's the strongest.
何よ、そんな話は嫌よ。もっと面白い話じゃないとつまんない。
いやつまんないって言われてもなならイリアは何が面白いって言うんだよ
そんなのわかんないよ。私あんまり人と話したことってないんだ。だから何話していいかわかんない。
But whatever it is, it better be fun.
そんなんで話をしようだなんて連れ出したのか物事はよく考えてから行動しろって教わんなかったかなかっただろうなら今からちゃんと思慮深い大人になるんだぞ
Says me. A guy.
Just a guy.
いいよだ。そういうのはシローに任せるわ。レディをエスコートするのは男の人の責任なんでしょ。なら私はシローについてけばいいだけだもん。
Yeah, that's how you do it. Just turn his chauvinism around on him, Ilya. She smiles and leans against my shoulder. She doesn't seem like she's being touchy-feely. If anything, it's like a small animal huddling against something to stay warm. Which she shouldn't need to do because she's wearing a very nice purple coat and a cute little purple hat and a slightly less purple scarf. Now that I'm paying more attention, she does look cool. Does she? She looks rather toasty to me.
いやもしかして寒いのか
うん、寒い。私、寒いの苦手なの。
You're not seriously going to make me believe with a name like Iliasville von Einsborn that you're not used to the cold. She breathes out a puff of white mist. Though she says she doesn't like the cold, she seems enchanted by her misting breath.
そうかいつもはそうでもないんだけど今日は妙に寒いからな寒いのが苦手なら答えるだろうけどその
貴族っぽいんじゃなくて貴族だよ。
I'm not kind of a noble. I am a noble.
There's definitely a choice point listed in the flowchart here, though. That's super weird. I wonder if it's only on like a second, like if you're playing through the Fate route a second time that you get that option to just
アイ
skip
ンツベル
Ilya.
ンのね、古いお城で生まれたの。いっつも寒くて雪が降ってたんだ。だからこれぐらいの寒さは平気かな。
寒い国に生まれたのかなら寒さには慣れてるもんじゃないのか普通
慣れてるけど寒いのは嫌なの。私冷たいのよりあったかい方が好きだもん。白だってあったかい方がいいんじゃない？
Actually, let me see the controller for a second. I'm gonna check something. Whoops. Fucking hell. Goddamn Switch. Yeah, they're not, like, indicating a break here either. But... okay, so we see a split there. Oh, is that, like, split off to different... Oh, hold on. I'm trying to no, it's not. So that's just a split choice point. Trying to understand what some of these symbols are. You see the ones I'm talking about?
I do.
Bottom right there. Because we see the split here, and then that one is indicating points, like affection. See the little heart? Yeah, it's not indicating that there's a choice here. Huh. Weird. Oh, whatever.
ああ、そりゃそうだ。
I mean, we were definitely gonna come hang out with Ilya anyway, obviously.
だよね。うん。だから寒い日は部屋の中で温まってるの。でも雪は好きよ。白くて私の髪と同じだって父様が言ってたから。
Your dad sounds like a chill dude. Sorry, pardon the pun. Didn't mean it. I clapped my hands together in wonderment. Now that she's mentioned it, I realize something. She has a dad! I didn't know what Ilya reminded me of, but if ever there was such a thing as a snow fairy, it'd probably look like her.
Yes, when I think snow fairy, I think blood red glowing eyes.
うまいこと言うな。イリアの親父さんは。確かに、イリアの髪は雪み
No,
たいだ。
see, when I think snow
白くて
fairy,
なんだか柔らかそうだ
because
し。
Inu's not going to remember this anime, because I don't think he ever watched it with me. Sugar. So when I think snow fairy, I think that cream puff.
Oh, yeah. So there's, you know, don't mind her polar bear. Boy. Stupid fucking android. And then, like, her polar bear's still there, but, like, does that make her look more like a snow fairy when she suddenly blue shifted?
Yes. Also, I want a screenshot of that.
You want the screenshot of Bikini Ilya?
No, stop preventing me from shifting back. I want that one.
But Final Ascension Bikini Ilya, though.
No.
She's so comfortable, though. Look, she's got a fucking wolf or something she's lying against for some reason.
Okay, I'm also gonna send Bio an image of Little Snow Fairy Sugar because that is what I think of when I think of a snow fairy.
Ilya is definitely a snow fairy, clearly. She has a polar bear and everything. His name is Shiro.
Oh, of course it is.
でしょ？この髪はね、イリアの自慢なんだから。私の中で唯一女の子らしい母様譲りの髪なんだ。
Ilya giggles joyfully. Seeing her act this way leaves me numb. I don't know what it's like to have parents. If I hadn't already seen it for myself, I'd never believe that this girl could be Berserker's master.
ねえ、シロは？シロはお父さんから譲ってもらったものってあるの？あ、魔術刻印っていうのはなしよ。
Oh no, my dad didn't give me one of those.
In fact, oh no, that's magic circuits. I was gonna say, in fact, to get one, I shove a metal rod up my spine, but nope. Also, wrong thing.
マスターとしてじゃなくて、お父さんとして譲ってもらったものだよ。
I got a house. End of list.
俺？その前は名字。で、最初にもらったのは。
A chance at living again when I was about to die. I was the only one Kiritsugu managed to save in that fire 10 years ago.
そうだな。イリアみたいな両親から受け継いだ肉体的な特徴はないよ。けど、それに負けないぐらい
Like a
多くの
house
ものをもらってきた
and a
と。
last name and not being dead in a fire. Ilya looks delighted, as if it was a story about her. Did you get anything from your dad? Don't say magic crest, though. That's a boring answer. The fuck is a magic crest? Language! Oh, right. Actual child, my bad. Who wouldn't be happy seeing a smile like that?
でも今の話だとシローは魔術刻印を受け取らなかったんだ。おかしいな。じゃあシローはマスターじゃないの？
No, I'm a master, alright. Also, your eye is overlapping your hair.
マスターだぞ。
Just thought I should let you know. Your eye has escaped your face and is overlapping your hair.
そういうイリアはそのマスターなんだから魔術師なんだよな。
She's 18?
God damn it, I was about to remove that. Technically spoilers, we haven't gotten to it yet. But yes, she's actually older than Shiro.
私魔術師なんかじゃなくてマスターだよ。
Bullshit, you're not a mage.
普通の魔術なんて教わらなかったもの。
はあ？じゃあ親から魔術刻印を受け取らなかったのか。そのお城を持ってるぐらいの名門なんだろう、イリアのうちは。
そうだけど魔術刻印ってマスターになるためのものじゃないの？だからマスターだよ、私。
Ilya tilts her head in confusion. Huh? Now I'm confused. Ilya's words seem off. Feels like we're each having a different conversation here.
なあイリア、一つ聞くけど、イリアはどこに住んでるんだ？どうも聖杯戦争のためだけにこの町に来たみたいだけど、それじゃあ今はホテル暮らしとか？
For starters, it'd be bad if she didn't have a guardian.
Oh no, is she gonna end up in the house too? Are you adopting another child?
Not on this route. Yeah, not on this route, no. Letting a child like her come to Japan on her own is just terrible parenting.
ホテル？それって別荘のこと？
Yeah, she's loaded, Shiro. She's
似たようなもん
fine.
だ。家じゃないけど泊まれるところ。
Well, I have a castle.
それならあるよ。ほら、あっちに大きな森があるよね。そこの奥におじいさまのおじいさまが建てた洋館があるの。アインツベルンのマスターはね、聖杯戦争の時はそこに住むんだって。
Name a more iconic duo than terrible parenting in Mage Family. Ilya points west. Yeah, there's a deep forest in the mountains there. The place hasn't been developed yet. Oh, what do you know? Another mansion on top of a fucking hill.
あの森って車で1時間もかかるだろう。そこから一人で来てるのか、イリアは。
うん。今日は抜け出してきたの。
Good old Sella
セラ
and
もミゼリ
Liesret.
ットもメイドのくせにうるさいんだもん。せっかく日本に来たんだから、その間ぐらいは外に出てもいいと思うの。欲しいものは何だって手に入ったけど、いつも部屋に閉じこもってたんだから、これくらいはご褒美なの。
Sella and Liesret just have your best interests at heart, young lady.
By locking her in her room?
Yes.
部屋に閉じこもってたってイリアがか。
I hate to say this, but for the first time in this game, I'm with Shiro on this one.
うん。雪が降るとね、体に悪いから外に出してもらえなかったの。だから大抵は部屋の中で遊んでたんだ。あ、でも大丈夫だよ。こっちはお城ほど寒くないから一人でも平気だもん。
Ilya beams proudly. She swings her legs back and forth, seeming to be genuinely enjoying herself. I find myself reaching into my grocery bag. I take out the dorayaki, a Japanese pancake sandwich filled with red bean paste. I'd bought to give to Saber, and without knowing why, I give it to Ilya instead.
Wait, so you went out to buy Saber lunch?
No, he went out to buy stuff to make lunch, and he also bought a dorayaki for Saber while he was there.
Okay.
And now he's giving the dorayaki to Ilya, which means he doesn't have a dorayaki to give Saber, but he does still have the ingredients to make lunch.
Okay, I was worried that he'd gone out, bought just that to give Saber lunch, and then gave Saber's lunch to a child.
I came all the way to Japan, so I was hoping I could go out and do things like pachinko. That's really the thing you wanted to do most here? Not sightsee or snacks? Gambling? Yes, gambling.
食べるか安物だけど
Just be careful if you go gambling, because you might accidentally run into Toko and then run away screaming.
何それ食べ物
そうだよ甘いのは好きじゃないけどこれだけは別だうちは親子ともどもお茶受けはこいつなんだ
I think dorayaki can be pretty good.
そのくれるの
やる一人で食ってもうまくないから二人で食おう
So what we do is I put one end in my mouth, you put the other end in your mouth, and we eat towards the middle. I think that's how dorayaki works. I hand her the dorayaki. Ilya hesitates, but takes the unfamiliar snack.
ありがと
She happily takes a bite of the dorayaki. She practically devours the thing. I nibble my dorayaki and try to stop myself. What?
That is what it says.
I nibble my dorayaki and try to stop myself from being overwhelmed by the shocking thought I've just had. Hold stop! I don't believe myself. For reasons I simply can't understand, I just found myself thinking it'd be nice to have a little sister like her.
Kevin.
Ah, good old Oriimo. Or, if you prefer to use its full name, Orino Motoka Kane ni Kawaii Waka Janai. I think Ilya is too innocent. Give Shiro 5 minutes, and his fight-or-flight response and common sense are immediately beaten out by the intense urge to feed every person in front of him.
Look, he just has a feeder fetish.
She really might be an innocent young girl who hasn't learned the difference between good and evil.
And we don't kink shame on this channel.
Honestly, I can't even begin to imagine how a mage family raises a child. But I know without a doubt that Ilya wasn't raised in a normal environment. No, she sure was not. Tosaka may act the way she does, but she's a mage at heart. She understands the gravity of the Holy Grail War and knows that the killings between masters are murder. But this girl may have become a master without really appreciating what it means to kill people. Oh, you sweet summer child. I haven't been talking to her long, but I don't think Ilya is the sort who'd choose to kill anyone. It's so funny it hurts. Oh, if that's the case.
Ilya, 真面目な話なんだが
But then! Ilya suddenly raises her head as if something's just called for her. Or someone, even.
イリアどうしたなんかあったのか
もう帰らないとバーサーカーが起きちゃった
Oh shit, Berserker's awake. I gotta go home.
So he doesn't kill my maids, presumably.
She jumps off the bench. Ilya runs out of the park without so much as a goodbye. She disappears in an instant. Just, she can apparate. Don't worry about it.
I was about to say, so she can teleport.
I go back to the house. I decide to keep quiet about meeting Ilya. and about the dorayaki that Saber now does not get to have. This is the sort of thing I should be sharing right away, and I know it, but I don't feel like talking about it. Ilya wasn't acting like a master in the park. We talked about trivial things and casually parted ways. So I hesitate to bring up what happened today to the others. I feel bad for keeping secrets, but I don't want to think of the little girl I met today as my enemy. After lunch with Saber, we resume our training at the dojo, and next thing I know, it's time for dinner. I rest, fatigued after my training with Saber, so I take a bath to rinse the sweat off.
That I worked up. Training.
With Saber. This happened while we were training in the dojo, me and Saber, so that I could train with Saber in the dojo. It made me sweaty, so I took a bath. The bath was to get rid of the sweat that I got from training with Saber in the dojo where we were training.
The room in which I took my bath was hot and steamy, like the dojo in
Where
which
I've
I'm
been
training
training with Saber. By the time I head to the living room, dinner is ready. I'm a little moved. It's really nice to come out of the bath and find dinner ready without doing anything.
エミヤくん、夕食だけど。何よ、バカみたいに立ち尽くして。
And yet! Why does she have to ruin the moment?
なんでもない。夕食だろ。ありがたくいただくよ。セイバーは？
セーバーさんならシローの部屋に行ったみたいだけど、会わなかった？おかしいな。さっきまでここにいたけど。旅館みたいに入り組んだ家だからすれ違ったんじゃない？いいわ。セイバーは私が呼んでくるから。エミヤくんはもう一度洗面所に行ってきなさい。
本当だ。悪い。それじゃあセイバーは任せた。
I waved to Tosaka and stepped back into the hallway.
Ah, yes. My hallway full of dressers.
As Tosaka said, the Emiya house was built with all kinds of passages and corridors.
Which is where we put all of our storage. For reasons.
Uh-oh. What's wrong, Ilya? Berserker just woke up. That's not great. Is your house gonna be fine? Oh, I just need to go give him his daily newspaper. He gets cranky otherwise. One of the most notable examples of this is the various routes to the bathroom. You can get there from my room, or the living room, or from the hallway filled with dressers. I head into the bathroom. I don't like to use the dryer, so I'll just use the towel I used earlier to dry my hair. Okay, alright, cool. Sorry, I blanked the thing out for a second because in the original there was no towel. And I had to be sure that we were safe.
Fair.
And in that moment, I forget everything that happened today. Yeah, I knew that was coming and I was ready for it.
二度湯のようですが、今は私が使っています。できれば遠慮してもらえると助かるのですが。
No, I know this is censored compared to the original, but sometimes stuff like that gets through anyways because it's not like explicitly pornographic, but YouTube is still kind of weird about it, so like I just wanted to be safe. I need to explain myself. I need to explain that this is all an accident, but my mind has gone completely blank. The sight in front of me is enough to erase everything that's happened today from my mind.
シロ、湯にのぼせたのですか？耳まで真っ赤ですが、体を冷やすのなら縁側に出るべきです。
いや、そうするけど、その前に謝らないとまずい。
I avert my gaze from Saber and try to calm my pounding heart.
これは事故なんだ。いや、こうして出くわしちまった時点で釈明の余地はないんで、セイバーは俺に怒っていい。
Yeah, you suddenly just got a screen full of Artoria's ass here originally. Not super great for Shiro's mental state, really. I try to keep my eyes averted and calm myself down at the same time. Saber thinks for a while and then says,
シロ、顔を上げてください。
あ
I do as I'm told.
あってなんでそのままなんだ。
シロが謝るほどのことではありませんから。このような場面を見たところで気にする必要はないと言いたいのです。
はい。
以前にも言ったでしょう。サーバントにとって性別などさまつなことだと。シロは私の体を見て慌てているようですが、私は女性である前にサーバントです。ですからそのような気遣いは不要かと。
What is Saber saying? Even if Saber insists, the fact of the matter remains that she's a girl. But then again, I don't think it'd be the case, but could Saber
聞
be...
くけど、着替え中を見られても恥ずかしくないって言うんじゃないだろうな。そういえば。
なぜ恥じる必要があるのです。
I figured as much. Doesn't matter that Saber doesn't care, though. I
悪かっ
really
た。
do.
とにかく謝る。次にこんなことがあったら、セイバーの好きにしていい。
I do a quick 180 and rush awkwardly out of the dressing room. Saber stares after me oddly as I leave. We finished dinner. It was probably a typical dinner, except it didn't feel that way. I've lost my appetite since the incident in the bathroom.
寒い。
Sort of just became a randomly spawning raid boss that would pop in out of nowhere and have to be dealt with at various points across the series on the channel. Became an in-joke after a while. Yeah. I had opened a window from the veranda to let the outside wind cool my head, but I needed to stop. I'm gonna catch a cold if I keep this up.
シロ、ここにいたのですか。
セイバー、なんだよ。俺になんか言おうか。
私ではなくシロにあるかと。いいのですか。夜はリンに魔術を教わるという約束だったはずですが。
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be having magic lessons with Reen. I smacked my forehead.
すっかり忘れてた。サンキュー。今すぐ行ってくれ。
Should probably go run your head under some cold water first. Maybe just head to the bathroom, see if you can walk in on Reen changing too. I knock on the door to the guest room that Tosaka's taken up occupancy in.
シロいいわよ。ちょっと今手が離せないから勝手に入って。
Oh, thank fucking God, someone who actually knows what the hell they're doing with Magecraft and won't purposefully teach Shiro wrong as a joke. Tosaka's voice sounds from inside the room, but she sounds a little unnerved. Oh yeah, forgot Reen's over here doing magical drugs. I walk in to see Tosaka holding a jewel in one hand, a syringe in the other, and a handkerchief in her mouth.
質問していいかな、遠坂。
待って、今日の夜はこれで終わりだから。
Huh? She sticks a needle in her arm as she speaks, her mouth full. She draws blood into the syringe. Tosaka slowly drips blood from the syringe onto the jewel, then grips it tightly. Don't mind Reen, just doing a bit of heroin, as mages want to do. A wave of vertigo washes over me. I can tell it's a ripple of magical energy.
これだけやってもまだ3割か。やっぱり手持ちの9つだけでやっていかなくちゃダメみたいね。
Tosaka slumps her shoulders in disappointment and puts the stone back into a jewelry box.
遠坂、約束通り教えを請いに来たんだけど。
Alright, step 1, take this needle. But before we get to that, I'm curious about what I just saw.
ええ、待ってたわ。昼間はセイバーと体の方を鍛えてたんでしょ。なら夜は中身を鍛えないとね。
Tosaka seems happy, ready to teach. And Saber said she wasn't good at teaching, but I'm guessing this will be the total opposite. Anyway,
さて、それじゃあ何から行こうか。確かシローは強化の魔術しか使えないって言ってたけど。
いや、その前にちょっといいか。やっぱり気になる。遠坂さ、さっき何してたんだよ。注射器を自分に刺すなんて危ないだろ。
yeah, so in addition to costing a fuckload of money per cast, Rin's brand of magic also requires numerous blood sacrifices to actually reach peak efficiency. Gem Magecraft kinda
こうやって
sucks.
余裕があるときは自分の魔力をよそに移しておくのよ。
Oh, you know, just making magic bullets.
待ってくれ、そのマダンとか魔力を移しておくってなんだよ。
マダンはマダンよ。魔力のこもった玉。宝石は人の念が宿りやすいって聞いたことない？実際宝石は魔力を貯めやすいものなんだけど、うちの家系はさらに相性がいいみたいな、ね。
Yeah, sure they were. You definitely didn't just steal it from,
魔力
you
を込
know,
めるっていうのは、
Luvia's family.
例えば今日一日何もしなかったら体力は余ってるでしょ。その余った分の力を宝石に溜め込んでおくの。これを何日、何ヶ月、何年と続けて宝石自体を魔術にするのよ。もっとも宝石自体にだってキャパはあるし、自分から離れた魔力なんてものは操れない。
Rain, I think your definition of magic bullets and Shiro's definition of it are vastly
あくま
different
で大魔
things.
術を瞬間的に発動させるためだけのイグニッションに過ぎないけどね。
Also, if you want to talk about actual magic bullets, I mean, that's what my
要
girl
するに
Alko is
自分の魔
for.
力を宝石に込めてバックアップを取るってことか。
バックアップ、近いけど違うっていうか、使い捨てのリュックサックの中身を詰めてるだけよ。
I don't think Rain's dollar store magic bullets are going to blow up a moon using her hair as a catalyst.
すごいな。それなら魔術なんて使いたい放題じゃないか。
I hate that that's a floppy disk reference.
No, it's a hard disk.
ハードディスク？あんたの言ってることはよくわからないけど、そこまで便利なものじゃないわよ。魔力は宝石に込めた時点でその宝石の属性に染まるから用途は限られてしまうわけだし。
それにしても驚いたな。魔力っていうのはそういう風に貯めておくこともできるものなんだ。
Look how much effort it takes for Rain to reach a fraction of the caliber of bullets that Alko can fire. Truly, this is the difference between hard work and literally just being a gun. Yeah. How don't other mages do something so useful?
自分以外のものに魔力を貯めるっていうのは特殊なのよ。
Oh, yeah, real unique. Yep, you definitely didn't just steal it from a different family.
シロの強化だって物に魔力を込めているってことでしょ。通常ね、魔力の通ったものは何らかの変化をしてその魔力を使い切ってしまうものなの。魔術の効果は瞬間であって永続じゃないでしょ。で、うちの家系はそうならないようにうまく宝石に魔力を流動させて永続的なものにしているんだけど、 他の魔術師だって自分の体になら同じようなことはできるわ。それが魔術刻印。あらゆる魔術師が持っている魔術のバックアップじゃない。
魔術刻印。ああ、親が子供に譲るっていう秘伝の話だな。俺それはないからどうもピンとこないな。
ちょっと、あんた今なんて言ったの？
I don't have a magic crest.
いや、魔術刻印はないって言ったんだが、親父は持ってたみたいだけど譲られはしなかった。
Kiritsugu had one, but he wouldn't let me have it. He didn't want me to be a mage, you see. Tosaka catches her breath, but then the next minute she seems to understand.
道理で素人当然のわけだ。じゃあ本当に一からやってるのね。なら確かにしょうがないか。
遠坂、俺に魔術刻印がないってずいぶん前に気がついてたんじゃないのか。
そんなわけないでしょ。知ってたら一人でなんか行動させなかったわよ。そりゃ半人前だなって思ってたけど、魔術刻印がないならそもそも魔術師じゃないじゃない、シロは。
I mean, you really cannot fathom the depths of just how much Shiro's dad screwed him over in life without even meaning to. She huffs and looks at me, seeming to be complaining. But what is this? Her voice sounds almost warm, like she's a little bit relieved, like she's jealous I'm not a mage.
まあいいわ。そういうことなら一から説明してあげる。魔術刻印が何なのかを知るってことは、魔術師ってものを知るってことだから。はい、シロはそこに座って。大事な話だからちゃんと腰を落ち着かせて聞くこと。
ここでいいのか。よし、始めてくれ。
I brace myself and look straight at Tosaka. Tosaka nods approvingly, satisfied by my show of seriousness.
じゃあ簡単な話から入るけど、魔術を使うのに必要なものが魔力だってことは知ってるわよね。魔術さえ発動させられるなら、それらは全て魔力と言い換えても差し支えはないわ。
Yeah, sure, she's relieved because being a mage
魔力の
sucks.
種類は千
Not
差
that
万
hard to
別。
understand, even with the very small amount of stuff your dad actually told you about.
自分だけの精神力を持って魔術を使用する者もいれば、自分以外の対価を持って魔術を使用する者もいる。
So blood magic.
ここまでは知ってるでしょ。
Or money magic.
ああ、マナとオドのことだろ。マナが自然、世界に満ちてる魔力。オドが個人が生成できる魔力だ。
そうそう、よくできました。じゃあそのマナを用いた魔術から順に説明しましょう。いい？シロ。積み重ねた歴史が浅い魔術師、要するにシロのことね。はすでに形あるものを持って魔力となすの。
This term you really don't hear very often in this anymore in this franchise. Yeah, true story.
これは古くからシステムとして確立している儀式。供物を持って神秘と接触する方法よ。自身の力だけでは足りないから、
Ah, formal
誰かを用意し
craft.
て取引す
Yay.
るというフォーマルクラフト。これなら術者の魔力が希薄でも魔術は作用する。何しろ使用する魔力は自分からではなくマナから借り受けるものだから、術者はただ儀式を行うだけでいい。けどまあこういうのは知識がないとできないからね。シロにはまだ無理だし、そもそもこういう血生臭いのは向いてないわ、あなたには。
だな。俺も鳥の生贄とか魔法陣を敷いて一晩中祈るとか、そういうのはやりたくない。
でしょ。じゃあこれは置いといて、次はオド、つまり魔術師個人の力で行う魔術のこと。もう言うまでもないと思うけど、これが私やあなたの基本的な魔術講師よ。シロの教科は 他者の力を借りないでする自身の魔術回路だけを頼りにした魔術でしょ。
Oh, you guys, I figured out what happened with that choice earlier. I was looking at day 8 instead of day 7. The choice to go to the park or go home is tomorrow.
Obviously, we're going to the park.
Spoilers. Remember how I said that we had that same question again, like, later? I was looking after that version of the question, not after the version of the question we did today. That's why I got confused. I nod. It seems she's getting into the nitty-gritty stuff now.
その自分だけの魔力を生成する機能、魔術回路っていうのは先祖代々受け継がれる遺伝体質なの。魔術回路は何代も重ねて鍛え上げられ、より強さを増して子孫に継承されるわ。
Making a lot of assumptions when you say magic circuits plural in reference to how Shiro does things, Reed.
Well, also, wasn't what Sakura's brother, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Shinji.
I wanted to call him Shinji, but that felt wrong. But I know why it felt wrong. Because my brain was associating Shinji with Stingy, the puppet from Lazy Town. So...
Fuckface is also an acceptable name substitute.
But wasn't what he was saying was that magic's basically died out in their family and he has no circuits because of it? Whereas Reen's saying that, you know, they get passed down over more generations to get stronger as people go.
That's generally how it's supposed to work if your family is functioning normally and you're like doing your marrying and stuff properly to keep your bloodline strong, but the Matos kind of sucked at doing that properly, so yeah, their magic has just been dying out because they've been getting progressively weaker.
Because they're just bad at being mages.
Because, well, they're bad at keeping their bloodline going, basically, yeah. Magic circuit thing can go either way depending on the genetics.
魔術師の家系の子供はそれだけで魔術に適した人間ってわけ。フェアじゃないけど、私とシローはスタート地点からして違うってことよ。
Like, the thing is, we don't actually know anything at all about Shiro's biological parents. Like, we know literally nothing about them.
Because he knows literally nothing about them.
Like, theoretically, they could have been mages, we don't know. Probably not, because at that point, presumably the Tosakas would have known about them. But it's very likely Shiro's just some, like, muggle kid who met a mage and decided he wanted to be one.
Oh god, he's Petunia Dursley.
Yeah, except he actually figured out how to do magic despite not being supposed to be able to, unlike Petunia, who just got bitter and mad and then punished her nephew for it.
別に気にしてなんかないけど。まあいいわ。それでね、そういった魔術回路とは別に、その家系が代々鍛え上げてきた秘伝の魔術っていうのがあるのよ。
Ah yes, secret magecrafts.
さっきの宝石と似てるかな。一つの魔術を極めるとね、魔術師にはその魔術が手に取れるようになるの。本来なら形のないただの公式に過ぎない魔術を手に取れる感覚ってわかる？
No, no he doesn't.
わからないが、体の一部になったようなものなんだろうな。手に取れるっていうことは。
ご名答。
ご名答。
扱われる式という域を超えて
もはや自分自身となった魔術っていうのは形に残せるのよ。それは不安定な魔術を確立させる偉業であり、同時にその魔術師が生きた証でもある。で、魔術師は死ぬ間際に自分が成し得た偉業を刻印として後継者に譲るのよ。これをやるから自分が成し得なかった地点に到達しろ。もしかしたらわしが残した刻印が何かの役に立つかもしれんってね。まあ残した方も残された方もそんな刻印が何の役にも立たないって分かってるんだけどさ。
なんだよ、それだけすごい刻印なのに何の役にも立たないのか。
Essentially.
立つわよ。普通に魔術師やってれば刻印一つで左打ちはっていうぐらい役に立つわ。まあけどそれは自動車をもらったようなものなのよ。どんなに地上を速く走れても月にはたどり着けないんだから。
Yeah, like the idea, the sentiment, right, is we're trying to reach true magic, and here's everything we learned. Have that, go farther. But like, no matter how many times you do that, you're not gonna get any closer to true magic.
いいから話の続き。もう分かったと思うけど、その刻印っていうのが魔術刻印なの。
Not really sure what kind of answer she's expecting when she asks stuff like, hey, you know that feeling of X when you try to do Y magecraft to someone who has no idea what he's doing?
その家柄の当主が一生をかけて完成させた魔術を刻印にして子孫に譲り、子孫はさらに次の魔術を完成させて刻印を増やし、また子孫に継承する。そうして複雑さを増し、深い歴史を刻んだものが魔術刻印。魔術師にとって逃れようのない縛りってこと。
つまり魔術刻印にはその家系の全てが記録されているってことか。
ああ、それは違う。家系の記録はちゃんと書物で残してるわよ。魔術刻印にあるのは単純に魔術だけなの。勝手に呪文詠唱をしてくれたり、自分が習得していない魔術も使えたりするだけ。わかりやすく言えば、自分の体に魔法陣を刻んでいるようなものかな。
うん。それじゃあさ、別に刻印は誰に刻んでもいいってことにならないか。魔法陣なら形さえ知っていればいくつでも書けるじゃないか。
それがそういうわけにもいかないのよ。魔術刻印っていうのはね、生き物みたいなものなの。臓器は一つしかないものだから、何人かに分け与えるとか写本するとか、そういったことはできないの。心臓を二つに分けても意味ないでしょ。
Not if you were a starfish, you could just grow a new one from the remaining piece.
そうか。確かに。それじゃあ遠坂にもその刻印は移植されてるのか。
移植ってのは我ながら後ろ向きな例えだったわね。私の場合は左腕、肩から手までびっしりね。ただ魔術刻印は使わなければ浮かび上がらないから、霊樹と違って隠す必要はないわ。まあそんなわけだから、魔術師の家系っていうのは一子相伝だったりするの。
That's why we only give our magecraft to one child, because, I mean, like...
Only one of them can have it.
You can't give both of them the crest, so one of them's gonna be good and one of them's gonna be shit if you try to train both of them.
その家に兄弟がいた場合、どちらかは魔術を教えられずに一般人として暮らすのが常なのよ。だって魔術刻印を渡せないんだから、魔術師として大成されてもあまり意味がないもの。
まあそれはシンジも言ってた。そっか。そういう理由でさくらは教えられなかったんだ。
けどマトンの家は何代か前から刻印の継承自体が止まってるわ。だからシンジに教えられたのは魔導の知識だけなんでしょう。
Also, the Matos just stopped passing on the crest a while back.
ほんとそういう手合いが一番厄介なのよね。魔術ってものを実感できないくせに魔術を使おうって言うんだから。
Tosaka sighs a deep breath, swearing quietly.
さて
What
魔
was that
術を教えるって
sentence?
ことだったけど、ちょっと予定が変わったわ。シローに魔術刻印がないんなら違
Deep
った方針を立てないといけない
Swearing
し。
quietly.
I can't do all three things at once.
Oh, I don't think it's possible to sigh and breathe in at the same time. Those are opposite, like, actions. Right?
うん。今夜はここでお開きにしましょう。明日までにはいろいろと用意しておくから、それまで待ってちょうだい。
Oh, we just had some
登坂がそう言う
exposition
なら
tonight. Go to
うな
bed.
ずくしかないんだが、なんだよ、そのいろいろ用意しておくって。
だからいろいろよ。刻印がないってことはあなたスイッチできないんでしょ。体の中身をいじるんだから、お薬
I
とか
gotta
矯
get
正器具と
drugs
か
and
必要じゃない？
surgery tools. We're gonna give you a switch, don't you worry. I'm sorry, you're gonna what? Gonna give you a switch so that I can play Stay Night on it? No, dumbass. Those don't exist yet. It's 2004. A chill runs down my spine.
なに？嫌だって言うんならやめるけど、その場合私が教えてあげられることはなくなるわよ。
Well, that sure was a productive training session, but we didn't do anything. I know! And you're just that bad at that literally doing nothing was still progress. Yeah, but he learned things, which is more than he did with Kiritsugu, to be fair.
いや、嫌だけど、頼む。登坂の言い分は多分正しい。
That is a lot of blind faith there, Shiro.
Well, I mean, better placed in her than in Kiritsugu.
Fair.
じゃあ明日はそれで決まりね。そうだ、あなた明日もセイバーと剣の鍛錬をするつもり？
ああ、そうだけど、学校の結界も気がかりだけど、発動するまでまだ時間がある。それまで少しは戦えるようになっていたいんだ。
Oh, he learned things from Kiritsugu. He learned wrong things for sure, but he still learned things. Yeah, well.
まあいいけど、その割にはセイバーとはうまくいってないようじゃない？
それは、
Well, I mean, I walked in on her naked earlier, but...
夕食前までは普通に話せてたのに、夕食から妙に黙り込んでたし。念のために聞くけど、あなたたちうまくいってるんでしょうね。いざ戦闘って時に仲違いされたら、私たちまで被害を受けるんだから。
It's just something happened right before dinner and now things are awkward. That's all, but I'm not sure if Saber and I are really getting along. When I spent all day dueling her, I think I got a sense of what Saber is like. I trust Saber as an ally. No question about that. But if someone asked me how I feel about Saber in other senses, I wouldn't know how to answer. Because I lost all sense in that very moment.
難しいな。そういう登坂はどうなんだよ。セイバーのこと好きなのか？
好きよ。 だって嫌いになる要素がないじゃない。強いし礼儀正しいし綺麗だし、うちの皮肉屋とは大違いだわ。
Reen, would you please stop simping for my servant for 5 seconds?
そうか。遠坂はセイバーが好きなのか。
Boy, does she.
何よ、素直に好きな部類だって言っただけでしょ。あなたね、そのストレートな物言いは直しなさい。いろいろ敵を作りやすいから。
You sound like Saber. Saber would rather have you as a master than me. And you'd rather have Saber as your servant than your servant.
Also, Reen is just attracted to Saber. And Shiro, and she doesn't want her boyfriend and girlfriend fighting. That would be awkward.
お断りだ。もともと口下手なんだよ、俺は。
そうでしょうよ。嫌味とか皮肉とか口にしなさそうだものね、シロは。
I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say Reen and Saber legitimately get a scene in the original.
That's not surprising.
なんでさ。俺、遠坂が言う分には好きだぞ。なんかさ、そうじゃないと遠坂じゃない気がするし。
Ah, crap. I might have struck a nerve. Tosaka turns away, pouting. But I have to admit, I feel a little better, even happy knowing that Tosaka likes Saber. Physically, emotionally, and romantically.
The day ends with me in the shed.
The day ends, night has fallen, darkness is upon us.
And I am in the shed.
I still feel uneasy with Saber sleeping so close by, so I escape to the shed. In the dark, because night has fallen. I stop and look up at the winter sky.
From the window, in the shed.
No, from the doorway outside of the shed, under the eaves. No, he just sleeps on the floor in the shed, you see. Not because the night sky is particularly beautiful. I'm just feeling the winter chill in a daze, doing nothing because it calms me. I don't know how much time passed. I think I hear footsteps in the darkness.
誰だ?
There's no answer. Footsteps approach, and I feel a piercing presence. Archer. I crouch, ready to jump back at any time.
おい、誰だって聞いてるんだ。
There's no answer. The footsteps never stop, and the person finally appears before me. Hi, Archer. Been a while. How you doing, buddy?
おい、確か。
H really should put a futon or something in there, given how he spends more time sleeping here than he does in that. Yeah, I know, right? It's a servant who fought Lancer at school the other night. The red-armored knight Saber beat when she leaped over the wall in one
遠
hit.
坂のサーバント。アーチャーか。
The man's lips curve upward. He smiled. Can I take that as confirmation? Something about him annoys me.
Yeah, something about him annoys me too, Shiro.
For no reason I can really understand, I find myself irritated. Can't make myself like this guy.
Yeah, neither can I.
I've never talked to him before, and he's never attacked me before. But I realize something the instant I see his face.
Uh-huh.
I can't respect this man.
Yeah, no, Shiro, I feel very similarly.
Hey Archer, how's your chest doing? Finally managed to unfillet yourself over the past couple of days. There's no reason for it that I can think of, but he and I aren't going to get along. I'm probably not the only one who feels like this. Archer probably feels the same. Archer probably feels the same way.
Uh-huh. For the record, I have to take a second here. You might notice the joy I feel at him not liking Archer. Yes, I'm 100% having the time. So, if you guys remember weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago on stream at this point, when I was very upset because the only thing that was logically making sense for me for Archer's identity was that he was somehow Shiro. I've had conversations. If I hadn't already just off stream just to put my own brain at ease, that interaction would have sold me on it. That interaction on its own would have sold me on it.
It's really kind of amazing how Shiro's able to tell on sight whether he's going to get along with a person and is able to accurately do so for everyone that isn't Shinji.
Yeah, so yes, for the record, I did figure out that, Archer Shiro. I still don't understand how that works. I mean, I sort of do. Like, I understand Reen had a catalyst.
That's a problem for UBW.
But the logistics of how, when everything I've been told results in, everything I've been told about heroic spirits doesn't line up with him being one, but I'm not gonna obsess over that.
That's a problem for UBW.
I love that Bio's response. Yep, problem for future Willow's brain to melt itself over.
Yeah, the Fate route is not going to give you any answers on that, but UBW will. That's sort of UBW's entire job, is to explore the relationship between Archer and Shiro.
But let the record... that's why I found that entire little exchange between them.
The only person who can dislike Shiro Emiya...
As much as I do.
As much as Shiro Emiya is Shiro Emiya.
Yeah. So him going, don't like him. Yeah, neither do I, Shiro. Neither do I.
And the sort of... The thing I see quoted frequently is that Archer is sort of a post-Fate route Shiro.
That would make sense.
In many ways. Not like completely, because the story doesn't quite line up, but it's probably the easiest way to conceptualize it. So, that makes sense. Oh, fuck you, Archer. Nobody but me can tell me that my dream is stupid. Your dream is stupid! There must be a total of 3 people in the world with whom I'm just completely incompatible. That's how bad it is. I wouldn't be surprised if he was irritable around me, too. Oh boy, is he! Yeah, how about that? My wounds are healed.
無論そのつもりだ。私の傷が治り次第、このくだらん協定も終わらせる。故に、お前と話すことなどないと、今まで傍観していたのだがな。
なんだ、遠慮しないで傍観してろ。俺もお前と話すことなんてない。
そうしたいのは山々だが、見逃せないことがあってな。
You're wasting my master's time.
お前、サイバーには戦わせないらしいな。
Now
Or
listen,
that.
no, you listen, you little shit. I'm gonna need you to let Saber actually do things.
悪いかよ。
My reply is impulsive. He glares. With a fair amount of hostility, Archer makes it clear he sees right through me.
やはりな。小僧の考えそうなことだ。他人の助けはいらない。できることは全て自分でやる。加えて、犠牲者は一人も出したくないか。虫唾が走るな、その思考。
お前に言われる筋合いなんかないぞ。
Oh, I have every right to tell you that.
俺は俺が正しいと思うことをするだけだ。文句を言われる。
I have every reason to complain!
筋合いはある。同じサーバントとしてセイバーの苦労は理解できるからな。お前のようなマスターではセイバーの負担も大きかろう。
Well, he's not lying. But what really ticks me off is that I didn't want to hear this from him of all people.
ふざけるな。俺はセイバーに負担なんてかけていない。あいつの代わりに俺が戦うんだから。
Fuck
それでいいじゃないか。
you, Shiro!
Why are you here, fuckboy? Your wound healed up yet? No, you little shit. I'm just here to tell you that you're the worst and your servant deserves better. Fuck you! No, fuck you! Fuck you! Archer's fate route was mostly the same, with his relationship with Saber being the main difference.
戦わなければ傷つかないとでも。サーバントは戦うためだけの存在だ。それから戦いを奪うことこそ冒涜だが。まあ、お前に言っても始まるまい。
Having said what was on his mind, Archer falls silent. Well, I mean, she did announce it like 10 minutes ago, so yes, I guess. A few minutes pass. The two of us just stare at each other. I gulp. His cold stare seems to be trying to probe my insides. Oh, gross. And then suddenly, but then!
それでどうなのだ、セイバーのマスターよ。
The Red Knight seems calm as he asks his question.
And so that you hear my voice confirm it, I've known for weeks. And I've been playing Innocent on stream because Archer hasn't shown back up. But I couldn't sit here and say nothing after that exchange. Like, my everything just would not let me, so... Yeah, I figured this shit out weeks ago.
No one vehemently dislikes Shiro Emiya as much as Shiro Emiya.
I disagree, I do.
No, believe me, you really don't.
お前は本気で戦わずにこの争いを終わらせるつもりか。誰とも争わず、誰も殺さず。
This conversation on its own really makes you question that whole, I have amnesia excuse he tried pulling when he first landed on Reen's couch. Well, the thing is, I think Archer genuinely did have amnesia when he first popped in. But, like, I don't think that amnesia lasted very long, but I think it's been confirmed at some point that he did actually not know who he was initially. Like, because Rin did kind of fuck up the summonings lately.
Here's the thing. What gives me hope that I will eventually like Shiro is that I actually do like Archer.
Yeah, that's the thing, Kev, right? Is so... Yeah, he came in and was like... He had no idea who he was, and it wasn't until, like, the next day when Reen told him her name that he was like, oh, fuck, I remember things now!
Oh shit, I know you!
Never mind, I know who I am.
And more importantly, I know more about you than you do, probably.
He sure as hell seems to know by this point with how very personal his insults are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, going through Fuyuki and, like, Rin kind of talking to him on day 2 made him go, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, god damn it.
それで戦っても誰も殺さないと。
そうだよ。なんか文句あるか？
Yeah, actually I
お
do.
前の甘ったるい考えに邪魔などせんよ。そんな余裕はないし、そこまで推強ではない。
Archer turns his back to me.
だが、間違えるな。お前が気取る正義の味方とは、ただの掃除屋だ。その方法で救える者は、生き残った者だけと知れ。
Yeah, I don't know why, but it felt like Archer was just beating up on me for no reason. No, for very good reason.
待てよ。正義の味方のどこが掃除屋だって言うんだ？
お前も気がついているはずだがな。いいか。その方法では、悲しい出来事、悲惨な死を元に戻すことはできない。もともと、それが限界なのだ。正義の味方なんてものは、起きた出来事を効率よく片付けるだけの存在だ。お前は、お前が救いたいと思うものこそ、絶対に救えない。
The Archer back shot. And the thing about you liking Archer and not Shiro makes a lot of sense because the entire UBW route is basically Shiro turning Archer into an ideal to become and overcome. Whereas Archer is more or less the fate route Shiro who got a painful dose of reality in later life. It's not true. The idea that you can't save the person you're reaching out to save is wrong.
理想論はあくまで理想に過ぎない。お前が理想を抱き続ける限り、現実との摩擦は増え続ける。お前が取ろうとしている道は、そういうものだ。ならば、いつか現実に直面し、その折り合いのツケを支払う時が来る。お前のその選択が、多くの命を奪うこともあるだろうよ。
Yeah, he knows all about that.
覚悟ぐらいはしておけ。己の賠償さを実感したとき、まず何を正し、誰を罰するかと。それができぬようなら、その夢も、その魔術も、今すぐ捨てるのだな。
Literal sage wisdom from the man who lived it. Archer disappears into the darkness. It's so different when you have the context and don't think he's just talking down to Shiro condescendingly. When you realize that he's sitting here literally telling himself, don't make my mistakes. Like, it hits so different.
あまりにも少ない。それでも。
おい、待てよ。お前、何を言いたいんだ。
And this isn't even the really fucked up there's an even more fucked version of Shiro's history. So we've talked like briefly a couple times about the idea of altars, and you know, like you were asking, like, oh, why does this one have like white hair and the other one doesn't? That was an altar. Archer's not an altar, but Archer has an altar. And Archer altar stems. We actually just found this out this year in a side manga. Stems from a timeline in which shit went really south and Shiro had to straight up kill Fujimura himself. Like, shit went real wrong, and he had to personally put Taiga down. Not this Archer, but the really dark, fucking twisted Archer. My question is swallowed up in the darkness. Archer's already gone, and I'm just talking to empty air. Yeah, that was the Archer who found his dad's guns. Shiro found all of Kiritsugu's guns.
言いたいだけ闇を言って消えやがって。
He was telling me that my thinking is too idealistic, and I'm going to suffer for it soon. But how can I decide something is wrong before I've even tried it? Because he did try it. He's telling you from personal experience.
That you're being a fucking moron.
That your ideals are stupid.
Again, I like Archer.
覚悟はできてる。俺が間違っていた時はこの命を差し出すだけだ。
And Archer is... That's the thing. Archer is the endpoint for the Shiro you currently dislike. Like, that is what he becomes when he realizes how fucked his way of thinking has been.
And I can accept that as an eventuality, and like Archer, will still actively disliking the choices Shiro's making. That's still equally valid.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the difference is Archer is a grown-ass man.
Yep.
And Shiro is a 17-year-old kid.
And
Who was an idealist.
Yeah, and from the perspective of someone who works with kids, kids are the fucking worst.
That's my resolve as a mage. That's my ninja way. Funny thing is that Archer basically looks at Archer Alter in a similar way to how Shiro looks at Archer, and Archer marks the hell out behind his back about how cool he thinks his guns are. Yeah. Yeah, the relationship between Archer and Archer Alter is very much Shiro and Archer's relationship.
Fucking Obito and Naruto Nasuverse edition.
It really is, yeah. Archer doesn't have to remind me that.
本当にあいつとは肌が合わないな。
I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, well, he can't stand you, so it's fair.
But something he said bothers me. No matter what anyone does, there will always be those who can't be saved. There's so little a human can do. But even so...
それでも一度も振り返らずその理想を追っていけるか。
I mutter to myself. It felt like that's what Archer wanted to say. New day. Day 8. New save data. February 7th. Fate 8, Sword and Magic 2. Hi, Fujimura. You're just letting us skip school again today? That's cool. Wasn't it a one-time thing yesterday? Fujine waves as she heads out for work.
私も行くわ。今日はうちに寄ってくるから遅くなるけど、夕飯までには戻るから。留守中、警察のことはしないようにね。
Well, I'm going to school. Don't do anything stupid while nobody's around to keep an eye on you. Like, I don't know, go talk alone with Ilya in a park or something.
Why would I not do that?
I know, right? I mean, Saber Points is the answer, but... Alright then. It's 7:30 in the morning.
Time to go get beaten up for several hours.
I see the two of them off without incident, so there's only one thing left to do now.
さあ、昨日の続きだ。道場に行こう、セイバー。
すぐに鍛錬を始めるのですか？朝食をとったばかりですし、少し間を取るべきではないでしょうか。
No thank you, please beat the crap out of me with a wooden stick.
心配は無用だよ。飯の後すぐ動けるぐらいには鍛えてあるし、今朝はパン食だっただろ。あんなんで胃がもたれるほど不健康な生活は送ってないぞ。
はあ、シローがいいというのでしたら私は構いませんが。
なら問題なし。いいから行こう。どうやったらセイバーに人たち浴びせられるか、一晩考えた成果を見せてやるから。
No, you spend half the night arguing with yourself.
Not that he knows that, but... I am unable to dodge Saber's undodgeable counterattacks. Both the Shinai and I tumbled to the ground. Man, Kung. Such a great word, Kung. Saber's counterattacks land as I lunge in with all my might. I'd figured brute force was my only option. Yeah, but she's stronger than you. Brute force isn't gonna work when you're not, you know, more brute forceful than your opponent, my guy. No shock that I dropped my Shinai and fell right on my ass after an attack like that.
くそ、今のはうまくいったと思ったんだけどな。
Why?
シローはその判断が甘い。いいですか？シローが捨て身になったところでサーバントは倒せません。勝ち気なのはいいですが、それも相手を見てください。
そうは言うけど、受けに回ってたらいつかはやられるだろ。チャンスがあるならこっちから攻め込まないと。
その通りですが、シローはそのチャンスの生かし方を理解していません。捨て身で仕掛けるのならば、それにふさわしい好機を待つべきです。
言われるまでもない。セイバー、さっき少しだけよそ見をしただろう。セイバーがそんなヘマをやるなんて一日で一回あるかないかだから、ここが勝負どころだって踏んだんだが。
とっさにその判断ができたのは評価しますが、今のはあえて作った隙です。この程度では動じないだろうと期待して視線をそらしたのですが、まさか一直線に踏み込んでくるとは思いませんでした。
I didn't think you were stupid enough to fall for it, but then you did.
なんか人が悪いぞ、セイバー。素人をからかってもいいことないぞ。
She told you she wasn't a good teacher.
からかってなどいません。こちらで仕掛けた策であれ、好きである以上は多少のリスクを負います。
Not for you, not when you're fighting Shiro fucking Emiya.
最も視線をそらした程度のリスクと、捨て身で突進してくるシローのリスクは計りにかけるまでもありませんが。
Or I am a servant, and you are a weak, squishy little boy.
要するに、小さな隙は静かにつけってことか。大振りだとせっかくのチャンスを逃す、じゃなくて、隙の度合いに見合った行動を取れって言いたいのか、セイバー。
はい。ですから、後期の大小の読み分けをしっかりしてください。ですが、昨日よりは格段に生き死にの境界線には鋭敏になっていますね。危険を察知する感覚が身についてくれば、誰と戦い何を打つべきかはおのずと絞られてきますから。
Saber looks pleased. Unless it's my imagination, she seems happy to see her student improving a bit.
Improving might be a strong term, Shiro.
そろそろ休憩時間ですね。水を汲んできましょうか、シロ。
ああ、水ならいいよ。夜間持ってきたからそれで飲む。
I drag my fatigued body towards the wall. After wiping the sweat from myself with a towel I brought along, I take several gulps from the kettle. I take a deep breath. It's been almost 3 hours since I saw Tosaka and Fujine off. I've spent every minute since sparring with Saber. As usual, Saber doesn't explain much, and I don't ask her any questions while we cross swords.
It doesn't seem like a great way to learn.
I have pretty much no chance of winning, but I do seem to be moving better the more I fight her. I'm not expecting to improve my fighting techniques. The point here is to train my body, not my mind, to get accustomed to battle. It's better than doing nothing, and since I'm starting from basically nothing, there wouldn't be much point here unless I spend time working on this one thing. If all I do is think about how to fight when the time comes for me to face a master, I'm dead.
セイバーはやっぱり汗一つかいてないか。
I'm a little disappointed, but I shouldn't expect to be on her level in just a day or two. And just like yesterday, Saber rests, seated in a Seiza position. It'd be a waste to just sit here. I might as well take the opportunity to talk with her. Okay then. Saved a game over the last save. There we go. Now then, we have a choice between asking about a super special awesome mega super move and finding out what she's fighting for. A secret blade technique even crabs can use?
I mean, obviously, that's what I'm picking.
Secret crab technique!
Thank you for knowing what the correct answer is here.
See, waiting for the second day and talking about it here makes you ask about a secret crab technique, not just a powerful super move.
No, I'm sure I would actually earn Saber points for picking the top one.
Krabame Gaish. Yeah, so the one about the doing the why the fighting thing, yes, that would give us saber points, but
crabs
said,
though.
Crabs. Well, I don't want to complain about this training. But I also think that if there's some sort of secret move I could learn that might let me get through this training, I might be more enthusiastic about sparring against Saber. Who cares about Saber points? Crab battle!
Saber, 相談があるんだが。
Crab people, look like crab, talk like people.
I just love the chat agrees with me on choice.
Oh, I mean, so do I.
期待に満ちた目を向けられている気がするのですが。
そうかな。まあ頼み事って言えば頼み事だし、期待してるって言えば期待してて、率直に言って教えてもらいたいことがあるんだけど。
はあ、そのシロの言いたいことはよくわかりませんが、私にできることでしたら伝授しますが。
Saber thinks it's a serious conversation, so she sits in front of me in a formal Seiza position.
それでどのようなことを知りたいのです。やはりサーバントのことですか。
It has nothing to do with servants, no. Saber regards me seriously. She's gonna be so disappointed. I feel like I already know what's going to happen in the next few seconds here, but I should go for broken-esque anyway.
別にふざけているわけじゃないんで、怒らないで聞いてほしいんだが。
ええ、ですから真剣に聞いています。どうぞ遠慮せず尋ねてください。
それじゃあお言葉に甘えて聞くぞ。
He's gonna get the shit beaten out of him for this.
その俺でもサーバントを倒せるような簡単な必殺剣とかあったら教えてくれないか。使えばセイバーも倒せるようなのなら文句なしなんだけど。
None have ever seen the crustaceous might of Crab Caliber and lived to tell the tale. Uh-oh, the music cut out.
I mean, here's the thing. Just a guy did almost take down Saber.
Yeah, he should really be asking... Yeah, you should really be asking Kojiro, not Artoria.
Yeah, just a dude could go toe-to-toe with Saber. Mind you, just a dude was just super pissed off at a bird and had nothing better to do
No,
with their
he was just
time,
very annoyed
but-
at a bird and was bored. You know? Just slice 3 different times in 3 different ways, young swordsman. Saber stops breathing. Saber's brow doesn't move so much as a millimeter.
やっぱりそんな都合のいいものなんてないよな。
The best part is that Kojiro would probably actually help him out if he asked, just because it would piss off his master to no end. Also, Kojiro's just kind of a cool dude like that.
聞かなかったことにしてもらえると個人的に助かるんだけど。
Just then, Saber grins wickedly.
セイバー？気のせいかもしれないけど、そのなんかえらくお前に似合わない邪悪な笑みをしているぞ今。
気のせいではありません。今の私の心境は凛に匹敵する
You
ほど
leave
邪
right
悪
out
に
of
染まっていますから。
Hey, by the way, Willow, did you know you can just, like, take pictures off of the screenshots on Switch onto your phone, like, super easily?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you just kind of go into the gallery and pull them up and generate a QR code, zap it with your phone, and bam, right into your phone.
Huh, cool.
Learned that from Bio, actually. Like,
Of course you did.
all credit due, I learned that from Bio.
Of course you did. That does not surprise me at all.
If Kojiro learned how to break reality just to get a tiny bird to stop eating his lunch, imagine what he could do if he were trying to kill a crustacean instead. Photos moments before death, yeah. Every hair on my body stands on end.
Wow.
何を慌てているのですシロー。私はまだ質問に答えていません。確か私の聞き違いでなければサーバントを一撃で倒せる必殺剣を消耗とか。
If you have such a thing, yes. I retreat instinctively, but Saber closes the distance between us, not allowing me to escape.
あ、いや、そのですね。セイバー、怒ってるだろ。
はい、とても。
Oh, extremely. I'm a dead man. If Saber and I were actually to fight right now, I'd die.
落ち着け、落ち着こう、セイバー。
And then Shiro died, and so did his house, and the entire neighborhood, and a sizable chunk of the city.
そうですか。では、そこに正座してください。シローにはきちんと説明して差し上げねば気が済みません。
Saber gets to her feet. I quickly sit up straight, just as Saber had been, and brace myself for the worst. Saber takes a deep breath, and also a sigh, and also a curse, and...
ふざけているのですか、あなたは。そんな必殺剣など欲しがってどうするのです。
Ow! She's literally praying for his soul. The sheer volume is wreaking havoc on my poor ears. I had no idea her yelling alone could paralyze me. Also, yeah, she did throw a desu in there, even when she was pissed off. She's still being extremely polite. It's like the roar of a beast. A lion.
そうだから反省してるって。セイバー俺より強いだろ。もしかしたら素人でも使える剣の技とか知っていると思ったんだ。
Lion, you
Oh,
say?
good. My moose container got dropped off at my house.
Neat.
So as long as it doesn't get stolen in the next 34 minutes, I'm good.
そのような都合のい
Good
い
old
ものなど
Saber
ありません
Lion. Carnival Phantasm is a wonderful thing.
意表をつく技など互角な相手に使うものであって、シロのような初心者は丁寧に下地を整えるべきなのです。そも相手を倒すなど考えないよう言ったではないですか。シロは身を守ることを第一に考えてください。シロにとって必殺剣があるとしたら、それは自分が戦わないで済む状況に戦局を導く判断力でしょう。
We've gotten Saber Shark before we got an actual Tama Shark. Yeah, it's kind of true,
分
actually.
かった分かってるから。もうちょっと声落としてくれ。
I show her how bad I feel about this and clap my hands together like I'm praying for forgiveness.
まったく見込みがあるかと思えば不安定なんですから。これでは危なっかしくて、あなたを一人にするなどできないではないですか。
Saber continues scolding me.
But crabs!
I just wanted an anti-crab attack. I stepped on the lion's tail, or caught it in the crab's pincers, and incurred her wrath. I'll just keep my mouth shut and endure Saber's scolding. No, my crab-based attack. The next thing I know, it's noon.
お昼時ですね、シロ。
Okay, now see, here's how I justify him going with Ilya today. He pissed off Saber and is scared.
なあ、昼時だな。
Both our stomachs growl in agreement. Gow.
飯にしよう。セイバーは何か食べたいものはあるか？
Anything that's not squid.
私は特にシロが用意してくれる食事ならおおむね満足しています。
Scientists say that all of evolution eventually ends in crab. Oh yeah, yeah, true story. Everything is crab. Everything becomes crab. Have you seen this?
No?
Yeah, there's this theory that like everything tends towards crab, evolutionarily.
Why?
I don't know, but it does. Supposedly. It's called carcinization, I think. And it's just a convergent evolutionary hypothesis in which non-crab crustaceans eventually evolve into a crab-like body plan.
I just don't understand. What's the logic there? Is it that the exoskeleton's superior? Because
Because unlike a hedgehog, a crab is the actual ultimate form of life. Yeah, true story. Also, they are biologically immortal. So, you know. No, this is a real thing, though. Carcinization, yeah.
huh.
There's a whole Wikipedia page on it.
I mean, here's the thing. And I'm sure the fact that I'm about to say this isn't ever going to end up abused. But I tend to just believe bio about most things at face value.
Well, yeah, but Bio didn't start that. Bio didn't start that.
No, but he did comment on it. And as a general rule, I tend to believe Bio.
Saber puts it kind of oddly. Well, at least she's not picky like Tosaka.
じゃあ買い出しに行ってくる。昨日と同じくらいに帰ってくるから今に行っててくれ。
はい、期待しています、シロ。
I decided to try making shrimp balls for lunch.
Oh,
I've always
it's
wanted to
fitting
try
that the
making
chat
them
was
at home.
discussing shrimp.
I'm going to assume that he means like, you know, like a meatball but shrimp, and not that he is going to attempt to cook shrimp testicles for their lunch.
No, I don't think that would work particularly well.
No, I don't think shrimp have testicles, but I could be wrong.
I do not believe they do, and please don't put that into your search history.
Things that aren't crabs basically turning into crabs without actually being crabs is a real thing, yes. Yeah, exactly. Everything becomes crab. They'll be piping hot balls of ground shrimp, a bit bigger than takoyaki. Just balls of cocktail shrimps pressed together and served on a plate.
I love the chat's like, hey guys, Google it. And don't put it in, Inu, don't put it in your chat. We all need, or in your search history. Clearly, we all need to Google search it.
Yes,
for
somebody Google if shrimp have testicles
do
for them.
not,
Thanks.
guys. Do not put weird shit like that in your search history.
It's okay, just do it in incognito mode.
Oh my god, guys, stop!
Turn on your VPN, put it in incognito mode, and then you'll be safe. I load my purchases onto my bike. That reminds me. I met Ilya here yesterday. See, the thing is, they don't Google things. They tell me to Google things for them when they actually want to know about it. True.
No!
It's true,
and
I do tell Bio to Google things for me.
Yeah, and Bio, I am actively telling you not to go. And to be fair, Bio, there have been a lot of times in series where Inu's had the controller where I have Googled things rather than ask you to Google them. And then Inu yells at me for not paying attention to chat because I was too busy Googling things.
Yeah, but you could pay attention to chat if you just had Bio Google things for you.
No, I try to do nice things for Bio by not making Bio do all the things.
But giving Bio a reason to do stuff is a nice thing to do for Bio. You don't understand. This man likes to be busy. I don't know what the hell we're talking about at this point, so I wasn't Googling shit regardless. Well, she probably shouldn't be coming here every day. Somehow, not seeing her is disappointing, though. Also, apparently some shrimp do have testicles, so... I haven't told Saber or Tosaka about meeting Ilya yesterday. She didn't confront me as an enemy, and I'm hesitant to tell them about her in the first place. So I really should get on my bike and save the game. And then either go straight home or go to the park for no adequately explored reason.
Park!
I'll just take the long way home.
Oh, no.
Narcon Shinji, not of the tiny innocent child. You're a good man, Shiro.
Guys, why would I not go to the park? Why is everyone so worried
Go to
about
the
me
park,
not
damn
taking
you!
Park?
We don't need that extra saber point, probably, maybe. Even though we only have one so far.
Hush you! I'm making all the correct choices.
No, I agree with you.
According to chat. The chat has stood by every last one of my choices, which I'm sure only means good things for the ending that we get. knowing our chat.
Yeah, as Bio said, I can always fix your mistakes later, so who cares? Talk to the child. It's just about a 5-minute detour. I'm being whimsical here, and I don't need to make excuses about that. I park my bicycle. I step into the park, where I parked my bicycle, in the park. My groceries, something.
We're still on my bike.
Why? Why are my groceries? Why am I doing this in the first place?
Why am I grocery shopping?
Why did I go out for food? I forgot. I forgot. It's just so impulsive of me. Now I want to ride my bike down the slide. I just had the passing thought that it would be nice to see her. And there she is! And then I see a silver-haired girl standing off on her own. If you can blow off all your responsibilities to talk with Ilya, then it's morally correct to do so. Exactly.
I'm sure Chad isn't leading me astray. Chad, maniacal laughter. No, look, guys, I know that anytime you were all super gung-ho about a choice, it's probably not a good one.
No, look, everybody was super on board with the yellow raincoat, so it must be the correct option.
Well, yeah, but everyone was also super on board with me punching reporters.
Yes, because that is the morally correct choice.
No, that's being a douchebag.
No, they deserved it. She doesn't seem to have noticed.
She was doing her job.
She really wasn't. If I wanted, I could just leave. Why would you do that, Shiro? What kind of monster are you that you would just leave? But if I were... You jumped backwards.
Sorry. I was trying to fix the fact that my fingernail's currently doing that.
Oh, that sounds like a you problem.
It's a very painful me problem.
If I was gonna... something. Ilya. Hello!
いや、誰も何もシロだけど。
Punching the reporter was actually the morally correct choice. The game itself even tells you as much. We were not gaslighting you on that one, so don't say we were in the wrong there.
You wanted me to punch a person for no reason.
No, it was the morally correct. The game said so.
No,
It
not
was-
every Paragon choice was actually being a good person.
It was justified.
No! I'd like to remind you the one Paragon choice was I'm gonna exploit you for information and you're gonna like it or else.
Yeah, but you weren't killing them, so it was the morally correct choice. You're just mad because you couldn't make some of the choices you wanted to because you kept making other evil choices and weren't enough of a good noodle to make more good noodle choices. Wasn't for no reason, there was a reason. You were just too hung up on never doing anything you viewed as being bad.
Yes! Except for the handful of renegade choices I made, because fuck those people in particular.
Like
but
the reporter.
she does nothing to me.
She had, though.
She really hadn't. I don't know
really
why you
had.
all hated her so much.
シロ本当に
なんだよ、驚くことか。
Remember how you still got bad points for not punching her? Yeah, exactly. Since she was spreading fake news.
ここは商店街の近くなんだから、通りかかることだってあるだろう。エリアの方こそ、なんだって
Yeah,
今日も
but we
公
were
園にいるんだ
also objectively doing a lot of horrible things in the name of the greater
エリ
good.
アって。
Oh. We were literally buying war crime guns from vendors to give to our friends.
セラはシ
Well,
ロには
yeah,
会っちゃ
Karth
ダメだ
needed a
って
war crime gun,
どうせ
obviously.
もうすぐ殺しちゃうんだから
I'm
シ
just
ロと遊んで
saying,
も楽しくないって言うのよ
Violet Shepherd wasn't innocent.
いや、それは。
Whoa. That makes it pretty hard to come up with a response. Fajira's Spectre. Legally, people can't say bad shit about you without being under threat of getting punched. It's true.
That's called abuse of power,
それは違うと思
Bio.
うわ
No, it's just the privileges that come with being a Spectre. You're above the law.
だからねここにいたらシロに会えるかなって思ってずっと待ってたの
Oh, you'd be such a monster if you didn't come and talk to her. She's been sitting here all day.
Waiting. For you.
シロが来てくれてよかった
ちょっと待て。まさかとは思ったけど、本当に俺を待ってたのか、イリア。
そうだよずっと前からねシロが来たらいいなって思ってたんだから
You do realize it's a school day and I should be in class.
バカ、寒いのは苦手なんだろ。俺に用があるならうちまで。まずいか。セイバーと鉢合わせたら問答無用で戦いになる。
It's literally not how, that's just how specters work. It's not an abuse of power when it's a de facto part of the job.
I'm sorry, but abuse of random civilians, even if they are journalists, shouldn't actually be part of the job description.
But it is
い
though.
や、それにしたって他にいろいろあるだろう。昨日みたいに商店街にいれば俺を見つけられただろうし。
I knew bringing that up was gonna start a fire in chat.
それはダメなんだ私から会っちゃダメなんだもん昨日のは1回だけの反則なのだから今日はシローが来てくれそうな場所で待つことにしてこうして見事成功したのでありました
Yeah, and it is because the council were idiots and didn't think anything through, and now they're dead, so it all worked out in the end. Yeah, now we get to make a new council. With blackjack and hookers. Ilya skips around excitedly. Her bouncing silver hair makes her look like a winter fairy. We're back to being a winter fairy again.
それは分かったけどな。なんだって俺に会いに来たんだよ。いや、昨日程度の話でいいんなら付き合うけど。
別に今日は何でもないよシローに会えればいいなって思っただけだし私たちは敵同士だもの聖杯戦争が終わりそうになったら殺しに来てあげるからその時一緒にお話ししよう
What, now you're gonna leave me for last? She says it so innocently. The disconnect between her words and manner is hard to swallow. It's not that she's going to kill me so much as how unfitting it seems for her to be a master.
イリア、それは本当にお前がしたいことなのか
Yep, sure do.
お前は本当に自分から聖杯戦争なんてものに首を突っ込んだのか
そうだよおじい様の言いつけだもの
Well, Grandpa said I had to.
私はアインツベルンの中で一番マスターに向いてるおっきな聖杯の持ち主なんだから
What?
You heard what she said.
それはおじい様ってやつの言いなりってことじゃないのかイリアは自分の意思でマスターになったんじゃないだろう
そうだったかなよく思い出せないけど私は生まれた時からマスターだったよ
Also what?
だから 戦うのは当たり前なんだって。
If I just wanted to talk with... If you just wanted to talk with me, hey, you could just give you my phone number so you don't have to come all the way out here. What's a phone? Is this a mage thing? Uh-huh. Of course it is. Also, it's 2004, so, you know. That's working against him on that front, too.
それは違う。人から言われて戦うんならやめろ。そもそもイリアにはこんな殺し合いは似合わない。
Oh, yes, it does.
What the hell do you know?
命乞いをしてるってわけじゃなさそうね。お兄ちゃんたら本気で私のこと心配してるんだ。
そうだよ。他のやつはともかく、お前みたいなのが戦うのは嫌なんだ。できるならマスターをやめておとなしくしていてほしい。
そうね。シローが私のサーバントになってくれるならやめてもいいよ。そうすればシローを殺さなくてよくなるもの。
何言ってんだ
S
お前。
servant.
サーバントになれって意味分かって言ってるのか。
Besides, there's no way I could be a substitute for Berserker.
俺は戦いをやめろって言ってるんだ。サーバントを捨てろって言ってるのに、なんだって俺までイリアの使い魔にならなくちゃいけないんだよ。
使い魔じゃないよ。サーバントだってば。
Capital S.
いつも一緒にいてくれるのがサーバントなんでしょ。だからシローはそばにいてくれるだけでいいんだよ。
See, at least here, Shiro doesn't sound like a jackass when he says I'd rather not see someone like you have to fight, since he just doesn't want children committing war crimes. Hold on a minute. Don't tell me. Does Ilya think...
一つ聞くが、サーバントってなんだ、イリア。
私のものなんでしょ。いつもそばにいてくれてイリアを守ってくれる人だっておじいさまは言ってたよ。
I knew it. Ilya considers servants to be just that. Command spells, masters, none of that matters. To her, a servant is just something that protects her.
そうか。けど、やっぱりダメだ。その条件は飲めないから別のにしてくれ。
何を。
You made her mad. Apologize.
シロ、私じゃ不服だっていうの？
Oh.
いや、不服とかそういう問題じゃなくて、なんていうか。
I'm worried about Ilya, but I know I can't be by her side 24/7 either.
イリア、俺にはセイバーがいるんだ。それにマスターとして他のマスターを止めなくちゃいけない。その、悪いけど、イリアのサーバントにはなれないよ。
シロだから譲歩してあげたのに、そんなこと言うならもう知らないんだから。
ちょっとイリア、まだ話が。
シロのバカ！女の子に恥をかかせるなんてひどいんだから。
言っちまった。
Ilya just runs out of the park, not listening to me anymore. And that's the other reason you might skip this, is you don't make Ilya mad if you don't come here. I try to follow her, but I can't find her.
参ったな。これじゃ昨日と同じだ。
No, yesterday she ran off because Berserker woke up. Today she ran off because you were mean. I sigh and go back to find my bike. But I don't think she'll just suddenly attack again like when we first met that night. So I should probably have one more chance to convince her. Honestly, yeah, Berserker would probably be chill about it. He tends to be pretty chill about people Ilya doesn't want to murder. Yeah, fair. We finish eating lunch and continue our training in the afternoon. I keep crossing blades with Saber, never getting tired of it.
I think Inu's seen Fate Zero.
I have seen Fate Zero, yes.
I have not. So this playthrough is very, very blind for me. I know almost nothing. I can't say I know literally nothing because I do hear Inu, Sergeant L talk about Fate. Well, FGO. All the fucking time. So, you know, I've certainly heard names of units and all that, but yeah, no, this is a very blind playthrough for me.
We keep training and only plan to stop when Tosaka and Fujine come home. But our training is interrupted by the sound of the doorbell. Bing bong.
シロ、来客のようですが。
なあ、ちゃんと聞こえた。ちょっと出てくるから、セイバーはここにいてくれ。
In case it's someone who doesn't know that I have a hot European girlfriend who goes to school in Canada, please believe me.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, who's at the door?
Well, it's the middle of the day,
Yeah, sure is.
so it's not Reen.
Marina has a key anyway.
Does she know?
Pretty sure Shiro gave her a key.
It could be Sakura.
Sakura also has a key.
Yeah, but she also rings the doorbell first. That's been established.
That's true.
So she could be coming over to try and do late lunch from school. Presumably because of the whole school thing, it's not Taiga. I'm assuming it's not just Ilya showing up at the house, although it could be. I'm gonna go with it's Shinji trying to talk truce and killing Reen again.
いいえ、招かれざる客ということもありえます。万が一に備えて同行しましょう。
But what if it's someone who doesn't know I have a hot blonde European girlfriend who goes to a different school in Canada? Please believe me. Saber has a point. But while she's right, if the visitor is just a neighbor, they might get suspicious of her. The neighbors do think I'm the only one living here, apart from Sakura and Fujine. Then again...
そん時はそん時か。
Sakura and Fujine already come and go freely, so there's no point in me worrying about the neighbors.
よし、ついてきてくれ、セイバー。ただし、お客さんが普通の人だったら、おとなしくしててくれよ。
分かっています。私はシロの遠い親戚ということですね。
そうそう、それでよろしく。はい、
Bing
今出ます。
bong. Bing bong, bing bong. I rush to the entrance amid the sounds of incessant ringing.
So close. That would have been my second guess.
That's just Issei. Hi Issei, how you doing?
So close.
Oh. It's not an enemy or a neighbor. It's a friend from school.
なんだ、一世か。
なんだとは失礼だな。見舞いに来た知人に対して取る態度か、それが。
Ah, it's just Shiro's actual best friend here to check on if he's doing alright. Yeah, you know. Issei's just being a bro.
Yeah, listen. It couldn't have been Lancer coming to stab Shiro again. Lancer wouldn't have rung the doorbell.
Well, unless he thought that Shiro wouldn't think that he'd ring the doorbell, and then it would be a great opportunity for a ambush. Even as Issei complains, he hands me a paper bag.
なんだよこれ。リンゴ？
見舞い品だ。 普段風邪一つひかぬエミヤが病欠しているのだから、それぐらいは持参する。
Ah, yes, the famous food known for helping people get better. Apples.
Well, yeah, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yes, but you don't give an apple to someone who's sick. You give them chicken noodle soup.
Or apple noodle soup.
No, although you can actually put apples in potato soup and have it turn out quite nicely. Because it adds a nice underlying layer of sweet. That's how Dad does potato soup.
You could actually put apples in chicken noodle soup instead of chicken.
That would be absolutely disgusting.
Lancer already knows he can't do shit to Shiro after having Artoria no-sell his strongest attack, so I wouldn't put it past him to actually show up just because he was bored. Grateful for his concern, but unfortunately I didn't take a day off because I'm sick. And besides, a bag full of apples doesn't seem appropriate for a young guy like him to bring as a get-well-soon gift.
どうしたエミヤ？果物は苦手だ。
Like a porn mag would have been more appropriate, or maybe like a donuts or something.
It is pretty much that time.
Yeah, it is. We've got another choice point coming up after this scene.
Do we?
Yeah.
Does it lead to death? Is it Willow doesn't actually get to choose the choice point?
No, there's no deaths on day 8. There's like 2 on day 9 though, so.
Is day 9 my birthday?
No.
Day 11 's
We're
my
currently
birthday.
on the 7th. On day 8.
Yeah, so day 11.
So day
my
11
birthday.
is your birthday. And day 11, there is 2 possible deaths. Oh! And is actually one of the most important days of the route.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh fucking yes!
Yeah.
Justice for February 10th!
That day is like super important. And to day 9, so tomorrow from where we're at is where we actually have like a proper fight with a servant, like for real, like a real fight with a servant.
Is it just Lancer again?
It's not. It is, however, a servant we've already seen.
Well, we've seen all of them, so that's not saying much.
Technically, in this timeline, we have not seen Castor yet.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah. Castor has not actually been witnessed in the current reality. But, yeah, we get some actual, like, fucking fight stuff going on day 9, and then again on day 10 with the same servant still, and then day 11 we're fighting a different servant.
Okay, Bio says you also only really saw Castor for like 5 seconds as she ripped your arm off, so that barely even qualifies regardless.
Yeah, I was like, oh hey, hi Castor. Ow, my arm, I needed that. That's how I eat things.
And now I'm drowning.
And also now I'm in a pond and I can't swim because you ripped off one of my arms. Thanks, Castor. But
I still need to see more of Castor, because Inu's convinced I will figure out who she is.
I think it is very possible that you will work out who Castor is.
I am convinced she's one of 2 people. And it genuinely, Inu and I had a delightful discussion about Castor on the way home from Thanksgiving. And the thing is, the 2 people I think Castor could be are so closely related in mythology that honestly... I'm gonna
She
have to
just
be.
picked family members, basically.
The thing is, I'm gonna have to be paying super close attention to detail to figure out which one it actually is if I'm right about who it could be.
My favorite harm. I needed that for fixing pipes. But yeah, no, that's a next time. We're not getting like interrupted by the holidays, are we? I don't think so. Right?
No, I think
Christmas is on like a
Christmas is on, like,
Thursday,
a
Wednesday. Yeah,
Wednesday,
Christmas on Wednesday.
yeah.
Which means
because I get a week and a half. Well, technically, I'm not taking the entire school holiday break off. I should because I have the PTO for it, but I'm not going to. I'm working that first Monday, and then I'm taking the rest of it off.
Yeah, no, we don't get smacked by the holidays at all. Cool. Oh, hey, for anybody that's here, just as a heads up, I need to put a thing in the Discord about this, and I keep forgetting. Videos are going to be slow the next couple of weeks because there's a conflict, so Baz and I aren't recording next weekend, so it's going to be trade-off days for the 2 alternating series, so it'll be like P3R tomorrow, and then Tsukihime, and back and forth.
What's going on next week?
Baz has a family thing.
Translation, I can steal my brother for a day and drag my brother to go do something.
Yeah, possibly.
Or we could take up, God, whose idea was it? Mars? To do a Smasher Pass stream?
But yeah, so videos are gonna be daily, but one per day in alternating series. So just heads up on that. I need to throw something in the Discord about it. I've been meaning to all day, and I keep getting distracted by other things. So at least I remember to mention it at all. If I forget to do the Discord thing. So that's what's going on with that.
All right. Well, I suppose all that said, then I suppose we can catch you guys next week.
Yep. Till then.
See ya.